Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Getting things set up here. We are live. We've got an ad running right now that we're live. We turn down the microphone and wait for some folks to fill in here. 9 o'clock Saturday night. What is going on? We'll see if anybody fills up in here. Eric Quinn, RC, what is going on? Fred, hola. Awesome. Heyo, Ethan RC, you guys are at the right place. Saturday night, 9 o'clock. Here we are. Deuces Wild, Sean Fiol. Hey, we're just hanging out. We're going to let some people fill in here a little bit. Reckham Roy's, what is going on? We have a lot to talk about tonight, and I just want to congratulate all of you guys for being here because this is a show you don't want to miss. Somebody get on Facebook, blast this thing out. I'm Sean Gallagher. What is going on? I hope you're going to Jet Jam, right? MC SSI. Hey, Michael Roshka, Flesh Mex 86, Dave Kowishki says hello to all the hanger rats. Christian RC. What's up? Good to see you guys. All right. I'm like Batman. Anybody see that? So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing this thing here. RC Pods Lounge episode number 44. David Parker, Sean Fiol. We'll do Chris Frick. What's going on? Hey Ryan, Mike Kennedy. What's up? Reckham Roy's. It's a nice jet. I already put 7 flights on mine. That's awesome. I can't wait to talk about that. In a little bit, we're going to let some people fill in. Every now and then somebody shout it out. Let me know how many guys are in here. I'm using this other kind of software stuff where I don't exactly see what's happening. I'll be there like Thursday night, Sean. It looks like. I also need to send a link to somebody. Oh no, Dennis. Catch it on the replay, dude. It's going to be good. Let's see. Doing a million things at once right now. Just getting recombobulated, so to say. Can you send me a link so I can pull this up on my PC? All right. Bear with me, you guys. Kevin Fenwick, what is up? Who Jew in here? Hey, all present and accounted for. To Cheech his own. Awesome, Christian RC. Dave Kowicki's all loaded. All right, I got to find this for somebody here. The video. Some people aren't as techie as they should be. And it's live now, so where is it? I don't even know how to find it myself. Yep, there we go. All right.
As a sample scene, let's say my character just discovers.
And I'm working on it, dudes. Copy link. Thumbs it up, guys, if you're in here, unless you hate my guts. Cool. 9:05. Did somebody get on? Hey, Dave Kowishki, can you blast this out on Facebook for me? Also, I'm going to give another personal invite out right now, real quick. Bear with me. You guys who are on Facebook, you'll know what's happening. I want to invite Chloe. to the Pilot's Lounge. She was a guest on our show a long time ago. Awesome. Bear with you. I'm more an otter guy. I get it. Bob B. Is that you, Bob Bellamy? We're going to talk about Jet Jam, which is coming up next weekend. I think officially flying even begins Wednesday. We'll figure that out in a little while. Deuces Wild, Wings 88. You didn't miss anything, man. We're just trickling in. Roll call. I got the Free Wing 70 millimeter F-35. We're going to do an unboxing tonight along with some other things. Victor, thank you so much. Dakin 17, Victor Shamulus, thank you. Thank you, Deuces Wild, Jeff and Lower Alabama. Lee Davidson just did the Remaiden of the Viper Jet. Love it. Wonderful. Jack Miller, what's up? Cool, Bob B. Ron Upton, Deuces Wild. VRF 201 with that big white box in the back. This must be this is this is going to be, I think, a great Pilot's Lounge. They've all been, I have a ball every time, but I think this one's going to be great. So, yeah, we were talking about FedEx, weren't we, last time? Yeah, I got the jet, and can you believe it? I let it sit in the box to show you guys. The control is just amazing. Brian Chambers, windy and Indy. Yeah, today was a complete blowout here as well. Papa Boozer loves Trailer Park Internet. Let's see. Sup, y'all. Fred Barron, Deuces Wild, thumbs up. Just wing it, man. Good to see you, man. Talked to you earlier in the week. Good times. 46 people and only one like. Something's up with the refresh. I think there's more than that, but so what? Skip Bill, what's going on? Deuces Wild, Fred Barron, RC. Guys, let's listen, I'm going to do Johnny on the spot in about 5 minutes or something, and we'll get cracking on the show. But I wanted to just welcome you all again to RC Pilot's Lounge. This is episode number 44. We're pretty close to 5,000 subscribers, and we're pretty close to a year of doing this show. So I think I'm going to kind of let all that culminate into one big, awesome giveaway and show. I've talked to the guy, our friend Dan at Hobby Zone, who I think is going to offer up a prize for the 5,000, year anniversary of this show. And also, I've been talking to Cali Graphics a little bit. So it looks like we probably get a graphics package as well as one of the prizes. And I'll probably give away a couple shirts, stuff like that. RC Weaving, what is going on? Just picked up the FMS P47 1500 millimeter. Surprised how big it is. That's what she said. I hope you got it on my Amazon store. Thank you so much for that when you do. Last time I had something shipped to me from FedEx was an Ultra Micro Radian, and the box, it came in, looked like someone crushed it. Luckily, the model wasn't damaged. Ethan RC, welcome to Model Flying. Joe Barnett, what is going on? Not seen you here before, but welcome. You have a Yoda avatar, so you must be cool. Wayne Lee 630, again with RC Weaving. Fantastic. All right. So Skip Bill just picked up the L39 Russian camo. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Skippy like the peanut butter, get very other word, Ryan says. Oh, Trailer Park Internet still. Okay. Sorry about that. Catch the replay will be better. Love RC, what is going on? Barry Gruder, he's not allowed in here, right? Not when it's giveaway time. Papa Boozer's traveling on a 2-month trip to Maine and back. Your boy's going to be lonely without you. Randy, thanks for posting over there. So excited about what's going on. So, yeah, we're approaching 5,000. I miss Dave's RC. He'll be in here later. Always fun to see him. Well, that reminds me, I wanted to I make notes for every show, and there's one thing I wanted to talk about, but I'm waiting for him. So, Some of you guys have asked me before if I got my decals and all that stuff for my FMS 1500 millimeter P47 custom Tuskegee Airman paint scheme that I'm working on. And the answer last week was no, but I did order them up with Callie this week. Hopefully I'll have them in time for the show at Neffy in Muncie. And I also got my FAA stickers from her. So if you guys are about to do some event flying this season, don't forget your FAA numbers, because who knows what they want us to do with all that stuff. Yes, it is on now. And there's the link. Bam. Come on over. We can talk about why Dave's always late. Yeah, this is really some fun. And all you new guys, welcome. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, I want to ask you a question. What is wrong with you? But consider subscribing and all that good stuff. Let's see. So it's about that time. So yeah, I'm so pumped. The FMS A10 is starting to show up on websites. Guys are getting excited about the version 2 Arctic Camo FMS A10. I hope I get one soon. I'd love to have it with me at Jet Jam. Yeah, that's really what's going on. I've got some plans for later in the show. Dave's RC was late because he was buying more plaster and corner bead, right? Jeff in Lower Alabama. I got my Team Patrinchik t-shirt today. Crazy fast delivery, ordered on the 6th. That's cool. Seems like everybody's got t-shirts now. RC Safari, what is going on? Say hello to Chloe, everybody. RC Safari is in the chat. Jeff's Custom RC. Man, I can't wait to see your video. I saw that you released one the other day where you went, T-45 paint scheme, I think, on a Stinger. I can't wait to check that out. But everybody check out each other's channels, okay? You got RC Safari in here. That's Chloe. Skip Built, Jeff's Custom RC, RC Weaving, Wreckham Roy's. Everybody with the blue wrench has a channel. Dave Kowishki. If you ain't getting paid, you ain't late, says Fred. All right, Jack Miller, what's up? Tom Heat Dirk's Jet Jam in a few days. Yes. Wreckham Roy's told Pilot Robert he better send me a shirt. You know what? Those dudes, I told them weeks ago to give me their PayPal so I could send them money so they could buy shirts from my store, because I don't want to pick them out for them. I don't need to know what color and what size they want. I was just going to send them the money. Like, rock some Pilot Ryan merch, would you? Awesome. Glad to have everybody in here. Like I said, guys, event flying season is here. Get your FAA numbers, do all that stuff so they don't give you a hassle. You guys that have blue wrenches, want to drop links to your channel, do that. It's about time for Johnny on the spot. Who's it going to be this week, ladies and gentlemen? Do you have any guesses? I like that segment so much, we might do it twice. Raymond Molina, what is going on? Dave Kowishki, thanks for dropping the link. Dave Kowishki's a trooper who had some crazy kind of news this week, and can't be budged. I mean, just still pumping the positivity, which is fantastic. Captain Mike, haha. What? I missed something. Dave Kowishki dropping links all over. I'm going to get Pilot Ryan merch as soon as I get money. Get some money, Ethan. Love RC says Dave was late because he was shining up my jet with shoe polish. Where is Dave's message retracted? Brian Chambers. What? Dropping the links. Where is the photon? So fun. So fun. Johnny on the spot is Captain Mike. You know, one of these days it will be. You know, we got blown out. The winds were crazy, and Mike was in Chicago, so it worked out perfectly. I actually got some video shot down in here right before bedtime with the kids. I'm going to go off RC for just a minute. But my boy, Rafe, he's 7. He's the oldest one. And here. And He's my director. So in the video that's coming out whenever it's done. It's short. It was actually an answer to a question. One comment in the video for the gyro on the F-22 video. He wants to know where I put the gyro and the gains and stuff like that. So I made a video to show him and tell him where. And Rafi was the director. So you're going to hear little kids say stick in monkey pants and cut and things like that. And when his mom lets me and he gets older, I'll let him get on camera with me. He can't wait. Dave shining his bowling ball. We miss Dave. Bobo Squatch. Yo, bros, whatever happened to those rock hobby planes, critical mass and so forth? I don't know. I don't know. You never know. Some of that stuff may pop back up. I want a trick how-to video. Ivan Tador, 2004. Sick, you got the F-35. Won't be watching now, but I'll keep an eye out for this video. Yeah, the unboxing, I might break it up into its own little video later as well. So if subscribe here, tap the bell notification so you get notified when new videos post, because just being a subscriber sometimes isn't enough. YouTube wants to think for you. So you guys talk amongst yourselves. It's about time for everybody's favorite segment, Johnny on the Spot. You ready? Who's going to be the victim today? Okay, Patrilla. We getting there. We're getting there. Don't you worry. All right, Johnny on the Spot. Who shall it be? Who shall it be? Let's see here. Round and round the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. You guys let me know how the volume is going to be, because I don't have a good way of hearing it today. So it's a little bit funny what's going on. Here we go. Let's do this. Who is going to be our Johnny on the Spot this week for episode number 44 of RC Pilots Lounge? I'll introduce him in a minute. We'll make sure we got him first. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. The long-awaited guest of episode number 44 is Robert Bellamy, otherwise known as Bob Bellamy, otherwise known as contest director for Jet Jam. Bob, say hello to the people.
Evening, everybody. How we doing? Can you hear me, Ryan?
I can totally hear you. How everybody picking up Bob? Let me know. They'll tell me if it's not. Yep, Mr. Jet Jam. The comments are coming over. They can tell it's you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know if I need to do anything to fix Bob's volume. Everybody is blowing you up, Bob. Everybody says hello. Yay. RC Weaving, Victor Shamulus, Wayne Lee 630, Reckham Royce. Everybody's like, can hear you fine. Volume is good. Bob, lay it on us. Talk to us about this year's Jet Jam.
Well, this year's event's looking really big. I was down at the field this afternoon with Ken, who Ken has been Mr. Registration for these last 4 years, and I wouldn't be able without him. He's a real attribute to the club down there. But things are looking really good. We've got lots of great sponsors this year. Our registration number is way up this year already. It was 63 when I looked on the registration site just before I dialed in with you. And we've got guys coming from Iowa, Texas, Colorado. We've got Daniel Schubler from Germany. We've got Ragtop 70 coming from Connecticut. They're coming from all over this year, Ryan.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't.
It really is.
That was the first time last year that I've been to it down there. I originally met you and did my first Jet Jam that one year you had it in Muncie. And that was cool. But I tell you, this place you're at now is just amazing. So for guys who haven't registered yet, we'll put a link in the description. And I blasted it out on Facebook earlier today. And I mean, I haven't registered, Mike hasn't registered. You're going to have more than 63 pilots by the time it's over.
Absolutely. We're probably looking at close to 85 pilots this year. It's going to be phenomenal.
So let me ask you, and for my own personal reasons, so there's no hookups for camping, but guys do stay and camp like tent style sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have quite a few people that'll be RVing it, staying in tents. While we don't have any electrical hookups, we do have water on site. So if you're bringing an RV, you can come empty and fill up your tank, so you don't have to carry a whole lot of extra weight. Save you some fuel mileage there. And we got plenty of space for RVs. And depending on the length of your RV, you can actually back right up to the flight line. A lot of guys do that. It works out really well.
That's so fantastic. And really, if you're thinking about going, or you just want to come by and check it out, I splashed around a video that I put together just kind of willy-nilly from last year. And you can look at the Motion RC YouTube channel and see a couple really nice edited pieces from James from Motion RC on that YouTube channel. If you want to see what the layout's like and what it looks like. I saw a screenshot of the weather. Looks to be fantastic forecast for the week.
Yes, it does. It's right now. I was looking at the weather forecast, and there's a slight chance of rain Thursday. But I'll tell you what, we've been really blessed with the weather down there. We're down on the Ohio River. It was the field was built in a floodplain on purpose, because so many times these facilities are built, and then we have new housing developments encroach on them, and sure enough, there goes the flight. Goes the flying site. And it just seems like we've had really good luck with the weather. Last year was a little hot, but we didn't have any rain, nothing significant that affected us. And we've been really, really lucky. This year's looking better with temperatures in the upper 70s most of the days. And we're supposed to see maybe a high of 83 or 85 on Saturday. So we are really looking good on weather this year.
I cannot wait. These are the kind of things I tell everybody. Like, the minute you leave, you can't wait for it to roll around again. You finally get to put faces to names that because we're all obsessed. So we all hang out on social. Wherever you like to get your content, that's where you go. And so many guys go almost everywhere. I mean, forums, Facebook, YouTube, there's guys on Instagram. It's funny. I got some of these guys that are like generational, and they're like, I can't believe it, Ryan. You got my dad on Instagram. Like, what? Or Twitter or something. If it wasn't for RC Airplanes, I think we'd probably really wouldn't be so savvy on figuring out how to find each other. But it's so nice to put a face to a name. You put together a fantastic event. The volunteers there are amazing. And I remember Ken. He really is some of the glue that seems to hold it together. I remember him running around, and he's so hospitable and friendly, and there's always food there as well. So
yeah, I mean, we have a great group of guys. The first time when I first joined the club, we had just finished doing the second Jet Jam up at the Muncie site. And some friends had told me about this field. Now, this field is about an hour and a half from my home. I live in northern Kentucky, and this field is in southern Indiana, just across from Louisville, 20 minutes down the river from Louisville. And I went ahead and I joined. I said, this would be a great place to fly jets. And when I pulled into that driveway the first time, Ryan, my jaw dropped. You cannot believe how fantastic this facility is until you get there and see it with your own eyes.
It's true.
I kid you not, guys. You've got to see it for your own eyes. There's no obstructions. It's the man built a beautiful facility, 800 feet, 50 feet wide, beautiful smooth asphalt, wide open airspace. It's just phenomenal to fly down there.
It truly is. And really, you guys are on Facebook or I mean, actually on this YouTube channel about a year ago, I uploaded that video that gives you a little bit of a look at the place. And, it is complete. He's not misspeaking at all. I mean, it's completely beautiful. And you know what? You're really surprised when you pull up on it because you've been on the road for a minute by the time you get there. And the road is, I mean, the runway and the facility is 10 times nicer than anything around it. Really, right? So when you get there, it's like this little chunk of heaven on earth. So good.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because as you roll out of town on the State Route 111, and it's a real little twisty, windy road, and you think the first time you get down this road, you go, where on earth am I going to? And then all of a sudden you come through this clearing in the trees, and it's wide open fields, and then you see the shelters, and then you see the runway, and everything, it's paved. It's just a phenomenal. I mean, this is one of the top RC facilities in the country. We are so fortunate to have it.
Let me ask you this. So what about public? Are they welcome? Is there a fee for public to come?
The public is absolutely welcome. We basically, there is we charge $10 per carload for people to come out there and enjoy the show with us. It's $5 a head if you want to come out there by yourself.
And guys who maybe want to come but haven't registered yet, what do they need to bring for landing fees and stuff?
Okay, so you're more than welcome to register on site. The fee for all 4 days, or 2 or more, I should say, is $40. The single day registration fee is $20. We have we started doing something really cool, and this was your first experience with it last year, Ryan. We we have a little pilot registration bag, and we used to include some CA glue and stuff like that. And 1 year I was having trouble getting cooperation from from the vendor that passed out the CA glue to us. And I thought, we've got a participant, and that's Carolyn and Pete Foss. And Carolyn makes this wonderful jams of all different flavors.
Yes.
And I thought, I'm going to ask Carolyn if she wants to make quote unquote jet jam for us.
Yeah.
And so we've been doing this the last 3 years. She makes, I couldn't even tell you how many different flavors, but everybody loves it. We print up a little sticker, she puts them on the jar, and, that's included as part of your registration package.
Yeah, I remember my I ended up getting a couple somehow, and we tore it up when I got home with that stuff, me and the kids tore it up.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. Jet jam. I mean, go figure, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a cliche, but hey, it's a great time, and we really do enjoy putting on the show and having everybody come. And, one thing I have to say about this, I've been doing the RC jets for a long time, and I really got serious about the electric jets. And I go to a lot of events every year, and most of them are turbine events because there's only a couple of electric jet events. And it's like, I want everybody to know that, we go down there, we fly from sun up to sundown. Nothing but jets. We're on the western part of the time zone, so we get light until 10 o'clock down there.
Yeah,
and
it's the best.
This is your event, guys. I got guys saying, "Hey, I want to come down and fly, and can I fly my turbine after 5?" And the answer is no. It's all about the electric jet guys and having a great time, and that's what we do. Is we have a great time and party flying jets, man. That's
right. It was a ball. That was last year was my first time down there doing it. And, I'm in a unique position where it's definitely weighted heavy on one side, a bunch of guys who know me already that I haven't met yet, but maybe I kind of have online. But it's so welcoming, whether or not that's what you have anyway, because you guys all have the common denominator of flying these electric jets. And you know, guys are helping each other out with setups. And I mean, it's just, you know, two heads are better than one, and you got, you know, 80. And there's some really neat stuff to see too, because you're going to see the regular stuff you're used to, but you guys who live in Foamyville like me, really get your eyes open to a whole lot of other stuff that you wouldn't know how to track it down if you wanted it. So it really is an eye opener, and that's just awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Victor, I see you're out there in California. Wish you could make it too, by the way. I wanted to say that, you know, as Ryan mentioned, you know, yes, there's a lot of foam jets, but this year's going to be really big with a lot more composite jets. So you guys get a chance to experience, you know, the bigger, faster jets. And for those of you that haven't been following the thread, Rob Lynch, who works at BVM Jets, is coming up this year along with Kirby.
Nice.
And they're going to be flying, you know, the line of BVM electric jets. And you can actually do a buddy box flight with Rob. All you need to do is go over and see him, sign up, and, you know, you'll be flying maybe one of the new Evo E-Bandits. It could be an Electra. It could be a Sabre. You know, I'm not sure what Rob is, you know, I'm not sure of all the models that Rob's bringing, but all the current models, you know, you'll have a chance to fly should you ask. And Rob's a really nice guy. If you're having problem, even with any of your jets, he's a great guy. He's very accommodating. Everybody's there to help you. So if you're new to this, you've never gone to an event, this is the perfect event for you because it's low stress, lots of fun, lots of flying, set up help if you need it.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's going to be great. It's going to be really great.
You know, I always can't wait to see Andy from RC Jetworks there too. So he'll have a bunch of stuff, HSD and his batteries, you know, the Roaring Tops and the RC Jetworks batteries, which is a great place to pick them up. And sometimes he's got some jets with him that he, you know, you get, you know, show special kind of style. You never know.
Yeah. Speaking of Andy, you know, I'm looking at your laptop there and I see the RC Jetworks decal.
Yeah, man.
And, you know, we have, you know, Andy with RC Jetworks, and Sean's going to be there. Sean's an awesome guy. He's our flight line director.
Air Boss Deluxe.
He is awesome. I can't tell you how many guys compliment him on keeping things straight. We're going to be running 6 flight lines this year because, you know, we had 4 last year, but with the increase in numbers, I think we're going to need 6.
Wow, cool.
Yep. And just to give you a rundown, you know, we on some of the prizes that we have coming, I've got most of them here. Gary out there at E-Flux RC donated a Jet Fan 90. Mike Warren, who will be at the event, he runs Performance EDF. He donated a DS51, which is Schubler's 90 millimeter fan. We've got some gift certificates from Dynegy batteries. We got 6 $50 gift certificates from Esprit Models, plus some nice shirts and nice jackets that, you know, people can win.
Nice.
It's really nice. BVM always sends us a nice care package, but they'll be bringing that here personally this year. Motion RC really stepped up to the plate. You know, James said, oh, we're going to do it really big next year. I'm going, James, what are you talking about? You did it big this year. We got 2 Avantis. We've got a F-105 Thunder Chief. We've got a P-15 Lippish. And, heck, I forget what the other one is. And, you know, people are going to win all these jets. And this year, Horizon Hobby's coming to the event.
Nice.
So they're bringing stuff. I don't know what they're bringing, but they're bringing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And I know, you know, we got Andy. You know, Andy's donating some batteries and stuff. And I know I'm forgetting somebody. I need to look at my webpage to remember all the, you know, I just get so excited. I can't remember everything, you know.
People really turn out. I mean, I think when, you know, last year I was there with James, and I think we had 8 jets. I think Motion gave away like, we did like 8 jets and receivers to go with them or something. I mean, just
absolutely.
It's crazy. So, You know what? I remember the guy had a real hard crash on his built up F-18. What was it? What, I can't remember his name. I want to say Mike.
Kevin Cox.
Kevin. Yeah.
Yep.
And then he won, I think, the Avanti. I was so glad, you know.
He did. Kevin is the nicest guy. Kevin is the I have to give Kevin credit for doing the logo.
Oh, cool.
Logo.
Yeah.
And Kevin is just the nicest, reserved. You know, he used to design these beautiful F-18s. That's his favorite jet. And but he's always quiet and in the background. He does a lot of photography at the event, and he's just a super nice guy. You know, super nice.
Does anybody have the F8 the new free wing F-18 yet? Did anybody get those? I guess I'm asking everybody in the chat too. Are they all still pre-order? I'd like to see one in person, man. I want to see one there. I'm going to have my little FMS one there, but speaking of F-18s, and then tonight's show, I've got the F-35 back here on the table. I know guys are ready to see that, but guys, stay tuned. Right here, Pilot Ryan, Captain Mike RC YouTube channel and Instagram and everything else, Facebook, RC Pilots Lounge, the Facebook group, forums. You know, guys are going to be posting, and documenting their time at these events. And if we don't have good Wi-Fi, we'll, you'll have to see the kind of smash up videos from after the event. We'll post them up and put them together. I'm going to be there, next Saturday, Bob, and I'm going to be bringing the RC Pilots Lounge with me as long as I have internet. So,
yeah, you should. We've got a really strong Wi-Fi signal. There's a tower right across the river from us.
Awesome.
And it shouldn't be any problem doing your show live from the event.
Oh, that's going to be
a lot of fun.
I can't wait to interview some guys like in person, and we're just going to have a ball. We may just be set up and try to just let everybody who can't make it see what they're missing a little bit. And you know what? We'll test out the signal, and if I have to source a hotspot, I'm sure somebody will help me out or whatever. But Bob, I can't wait. Bob Bellamy, let's see. Somebody already dropped a link into the event. Bob, why don't you comment something real quick? And do you mind dropping in a link again?
No, let me do that for the guys.
I got to make you a moderator. Dave Kowalski just dropped in the link for the RosewoodRC.com 2019 Jet Jam. So there it is right there, guys.
Yep. That's it.
That's it right there. I'll put it in the description as well of this video, and then we'll be splashing around all week on social. And yeah, I think that'll do it, Bob.
Okay, great.
Ladies and gentlemen, say thank you to Bob Bellamy for taking the Johnny on the spot heat tonight. This is something I've been wanting to do with him, and I reached out to him today. I was like, Bob, there's no more time left. We got to do this thing tonight, don't we? And
absolutely.
Yep, we sure do. So, guys, I'll introduce you. Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
I was going to say, I just wanted to say this has been a lot of fun, and looking forward to seeing a lot of these guys. I've been watching the list. I muted my computer so I could hear you on the phone, but I've been watching some of these posts these guys have been making, and looking forward to seeing all you guys. I see Dave has a question. What can I answer for you, Dave?
Oh, yeah, Dave, go ahead, ask a question. Yeah, these guys, we have the best community over here in the world, man. Yeah, Dave, go ahead. You got a question for Bob?
Hey, Sean, I see you. Look forward to seeing you next week. Sean Gallagher, he's the man. He is our flight line boss. This guy keeps everything in order.
I got to throw – what was the other guy's name? Blake and Sam? They did a heller job, too.
Yeah, so we got Blake Newman, and then Sam Woodard is the other flight line boss. And I got to tell you, I met Sean at CEF a couple years ago, and Sean's down in Alabama. And this guy comes up and flies in the event, but he actually works in the event more than he flies. And he has been such an asset. And, Sean makes everything run smoothly.
So fun, great guy, former military, and team pilot for RC Jetworks. He wears a lot of hats down there, yeah?
Yes, he does. Hey, Dave, so here's the answer to your question. we actually do the setup on Wednesday. I'll be at the field bright and early. I will be in Louisville, actually in New Albany, for our meeting at 6:30 at the library. And you're welcome to join us for the meeting. We'd love to meet you in person. There is a chance I could take you out to the field so you could drop your trailer. So you've got my phone number on the flyer. When you get close, just give me a call. And if I don't answer, it's only because I don't recognize the phone call, but leave a message and I'll call you right back. I promise.
It may be an Iowa prefix. He's out of Iowa.
There you go. But just, go to, the flyers up there on the website. My phone number's there. And, if you want to email me, it's jets@rosewoodrc.com. And, I promise I'll get back to you within 5-10 minutes if you email me.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
This is awesome. I can't wait.
I can't either, man. This will be the longest week ever waiting on it.
No doubt. But thanks for your time again. And I'll just watch the rest of your show, Ryan.
I appreciate it, Bob. Can't wait to see you. It's such a good time every time. And, we'll just hope everybody gets there safe and we just have a great time. Can't wait to see you, Bob. Thanks so much for being on the show tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me. Take care.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Pilots. So fun. I never want to let on what's going on sometimes. I'll rate it 5 stars. That was fantastic. Thank you, Facebook. I call on Facebook through Messenger. So if you guys think you want to be a Johnny on the spot someday, do the Facebook thing. And if you're worried about privacy, really, you never had any anyway. By the way, I'm listening, guys, but I'm not reading this. Glassing my C-130 Fat Albert fuselage, says Huju. Guys, give a bunch of emojis, like round of applause for Bob Bellamy right now. He's Bob B is the icon. I'm going to go ahead and make him a moderator just because, in case he wants to drop some links or something. And there he is. Bob B is now a moderator. And I'm going to get my other software back because I've got some more things in store for tonight. And I need it. Sean Gallagher, Adam Hampton, Fire Blaze. A lot of guys have popped in. Eric Quinn, Christian RC. Look at all the applause and stuff right here. Love it. Yeah, Bob Bellamy, dude. First time I met him, it was like year 1 or 2 for me at Motion. And I think Bob had reached out to the top at Motion and kind of asked if we'd like to go in a way. And then the owner calls me and asks me, hey, you and Mike want to go? Well, yeah, let's go. And at that point, it was in Muncie, which was cool. Kevin Jones. You guys want to hear the interview with Bob Bellamy, contest director and wonderful guy for Jet Jam 2019. Check out the replay later. All right. Don Willman, what is going on? So you know what, guys? Here's the deal. It's 9:45. I hope you're ready to hang out for a little while tonight because I think that Johnny on the Spot is such a good segment. I'm going to do it twice, but it's a little bit different. So we are going to start fleshing this out right now. You guys want to see me, David Christie, good to see you. You guys want to see me unbox this F-35? Let me know. Or should I just keep talking? Because we're gonna get to it eventually. RC Safari she's like, open the box already. So fun. Let me just do a thing or two here, figure it out. I'm gonna have to put these back on. I had to take them off to hear Bob. And yeah, seriously, watch that video that I put up on Facebook today because it was a recap of last year, and you can kind of meet and see Bob and see the field if you'd like. I can't see the comments right now. We love your talking, but open the box. Guys, I'll do better than open the box. I'll do better than open the box. You just wait a minute. I'm getting there. Hold on a minute now. Hold on a minute now. Are you guys ready for the biggest surprise of all time? How about this? I tease you with an unboxing, and here's the deal. I'm not going to unbox it. How about that? See that box? I'm not going to unbox it. You know why? Because Wesley Miller, Mary Boozer RC, is going to unbox it. We have him live from Florida via technology right here on the RC Pods Lounge, episode number 44. Can you believe it? It's not built, it's in the box. Wesley, what is up, man? I got another camera to get on Wesley here in a minute here.
Hey, guys.
Can you hear him? That's awesome.
Yeah. So what's going on, RC Pilot Lounge? This is getting exciting now.
Here we go, Wesley. Hey, there you go, man.
Make sure that one's muted, Lori.
Wesley, talk to the people for a minute.
Hey, guys. Well, welcome to the Mary Boozers hangout area here. We're so happy to be joining Pilot Ryan tonight on his channel. I know we were kind of hiding from you guys in the chat tonight. I know there's a couple of people that were saying, where's Wesley? Where's Wesley?
Your dad was missing you.
I've been here the whole time, and this has been something me and Ryan have kind of worked on all week, and really think it's going to be a really cool experience getting to unbox this with you guys tonight, live through the power of the internet.
Man, that's so cool. Hey, let's go over the top with a shot of the plane, and let's start unboxing this thing.
All right, man. So where y'all want to start, guys?
Man, get that big fuselage out of there and get rid of that foam.
All right, let's get the fuse out, guys. So we're going to keep everything in the package for a second here till I can get everything out. Just wanted to show you how it actually comes out. Grab the tail out.
This F-35 is 100% brand new, by the way.
Right. We've got some plastic bits here. We'll definitely dump into those here in just a few minutes. Make sure there's nothing else in the foam.
Smell it. Smell the box.
New styrofoam.
There you go.
All right, let's get that box out of the way. We'll set the fuse back over here. You guys can look
at that baby. I can't wait to talk about this some more. I actually am really pumped about this jet.
Got the manual here, guys. Beautifully printed as always. Trying to flip through it for you, but beautifully printed as always in Chinese and English. All right, pop these out. Pop out the wings. Everything's coming out greatly packaged, guys, as always. They don't skimp on the packaging from Free Wing.
And I just want to say this, because I remember the first F-35. Again, this is nothing like it. This one is all screwed together, and there's a wing spar and everything.
Nose cone.
Yep, magnetic nose cone. Wait till you see how the horizontal goes together. It's so slick.
I'm seeing it. It's got some nice hinges in here.
It's so good. And what's great is it's big enough too that as a 70 millimeter, you still get to use a wide range of batteries. I think that's amazing.
Right. I've seen guys that are talking about flying this on 5,000s now.
It can carry.
Crazy. All right. So let's get everything here and we'll start unpackaging slowly. So there it is coming out of the box, guys.
There's like 10 pieces, like max, right?
Yeah, this is going to be a quick build. Who knows? We might even put it together tonight, however this is going.
Awesome.
So what would you like to start with, guys?
Yeah, you guys tell us. What do you want to see first?
We'll start unpackaging this stuff. How about the nose cone? We'll start with something small.
Yeah, we're right on you, Wesley. We're not over the top anymore. You can talk right to the camera. Yep.
All right. Well, okay, here we go. So I'm going to get this out of the package here. Here's the nose cone for this plane. It is plastic tipped right out of the package. Hold that up for you guys to see. Beautiful.
Nice.
Finish on this airplane is gorgeous. All right, well, if you're going to do the nose cone, we might as well go to the fuse, right?
Got to do the fuselage. You guys want an over-the-top shot or, you know, that's big enough. Let's go over the top.
All right.
The guy said when you build it, follow the manual.
Right.
But you don't need to follow the manual to unbox.
Because I got Ryan right now, too.
What's that?
I've got you, too, to help me with this, huh?
That's right. That's right.
All right, guys, let's slip this out of here. Oh, man.
Chloe, there aren't lights on this jet. Hey, I want to point something out while you're right there with this. Look at where the verticals go and kind of maybe, you see the servo ends in there? They're painted.
Yeah, I see them.
And you just push on them and they break loose and you can easily do your verticals.
Ooh, there's a big thunderstorm moving through Florida right now, guys. Hopefully that doesn't impede us anyway.
How slick is that?
Pop that nose cone on, too.
Yeah, pop that nose cone on. Here, I'm going to go back to the headshot, Wes.
All right.
There you go. We can see it very well.
There it is, guys. I like this little plastic part on the bottom, too, here.
It's, man, this thing is a million times better than that
first
one.
One.
You know what I love,
on it, I mean, are crazy.
I think it's going to fly like the F-22, but it's so much smaller you can still pack a bunch of stuff in the car.
There you go,
I love the detail of all the decals and the paint work. Look at even the bottom is super dope.
Oh, yeah. And I love there's like plastic details like this thing on the front. I'm not 100% sure what it is, a radar dish or something. But, I mean, this is clear.
What it's called.
It's actually clear, which is hard to see on y'all's end, but I've got the light passing through it right now. It's kind of neat looking, kind of an opaque.
Hey, our buddy Fred says it's a sensor pod.
There you go.
Victor Shameless is talking about 4,000 to 5,000 batteries. I don't know if that's a question or not, but I have an RC Jetworks 4,000. Anyway, I'll talk about that later.
Right. All right, guys. Well, we're going to keep going on this. Like I said, we've got a pretty bad thunderstorm moving in right now. I hope that doesn't hurt us tonight.
Well, if we lose anything, it'll be this shot, and we'll just have to go over the top.
Right. Well, all right, guys. Let me get into this. Should have grabbed a pair of scissors before all this. Put that back out here on the top shot if y'all were going to that.
You can have your gaffer Lori get you some scissors and tape and stuff.
Yeah, she's running off to get it. But here's one of the tail guys.
You remember the first F-35 didn't have rudder. It had that thrust vectoring, and that was all you got.
I never had the first F-35. This is going to be my first F-35, but I got to see this fly at Joe Knoll, and guys, it looks awesome. I mean, it really
lift.
Yeah, it really looks like it flies like the F-22. Guys that are liking that. Can I set that down in there for now?
Oh man, look at that.
Maybe
targeting system sensor pod.
For now, I can set that in there.
And it screws in from the bottom.
I know she just brought scissors. I don't know where she put them though.
Right there. There you go. Bill Shepard, what is going on?
Was this a big surprise for everybody tonight?
I think it had to be, dude.
There's that one.
You know what's really great? That we got those plastic servo covers back now. RC Safari, Chloe has a question for you, Wesley. And since you're there with it in your hand, I'm going to ask you, do the surface controls have hinges or are they foam hinged from the molding process?
Let's see. The tail looks like it is hinged with foam. And it is foam hinges. I'm getting there here in just a second. Let me get this wing out and we'll look at them.
The horizontal is going to be plastic hinges though, for sure, because the way it mounts.
Right. So the horizontal, it's a full flying slab or stab, right?
Yes.
Yes. So it's going to mount on an actual hinge. And I'll get there in just a second. Let me get the wing out.
I'm going to answer a question for Randy. He says, what size EDF is it? It's a 70 millimeter 12 bladed in runner. So glad to see an in runner. It's got an 80 amp ESC with a 5 amp UBEC, and the KV is 2210. In runner mode. Look at the wing. Any of you guys who had the first one know how much, just how much better this one is.
I love the on the bottom too. The panel lines on it are like triangles and stuff. It's really neat and different than anything I've ever seen. I don't know if that's coming across on camera or not.
No, it shows up, man, and it's that 5th generation DNA, man. I mean, you know, my kid is 7 years old, right? And he saw the similarities between this F-35 and F-22 and pointed them out to me earlier. It's cool. It is neat. And I'm really excited to try this 70mm in-runner from Free Wing. I think how much is this plane? Like $279?
I think that's right, off the top of my head.
I think so too, and it's a Motion RC plane. You guys who don't know where to get it,
sweet job. And the finish on this, I mean, I don't know if it's coming across on there, but I mean, you can hardly see any of the foam dimples like you would in the earlier kits.
Hey Wesley, I'm over the top. It shows up a little. You show us that wing again, the underneath from over the top.
Okay, here you go.
Look how nice the paint is, guys.
Grab the other one real quick too. They both there?
Yeah. It looks good. Yeah, on the table it looks really good. It seems to hunt a little bit for focus over the top, but no big deal.
No big deal.
Who else is bringing you the goods like this?
Right. Wes, who else is doing this, guys?
Back to the headshot, Wes.
Big old smile. All right, we're getting to the elevators, and I see what you were talking about on the hinges on here. It's hinged a lot differently than I've ever seen a plane done.
You know what? It's the only way I think they could have done. I mean, you know what? It's so funny. It's like once you see it, you think hindsight's 20/20, but they completely redesigned this bird, dude.
Yeah, here, come from a top shot here, and maybe they can see this.
Okay.
See if you guys can see that, but the hinge is actually a plastic hinge here.
Hey, raise it up for us a little bit.
All right.
There you go. There's
the plastic hinge here that this actually pivots on, and it looks like this is going to screw into the actual airframe.
Yeah, can you show us the back of the fuselage to see where that slides in?
Ball link clevises too, so
nice.
Grab the fuse. Hopefully I don't drop anything. I'm going to take these back out for a second.
I know it's a big deal, but man, it's kind of cool to see where how it goes together. Show us the back. There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Look at that's all plastic back there. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. It's all slotted back here, guys. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep, we see it. Yeah. Awesome. It's slotted, and then the screws go in right there, those 2 holes, dude.
Yeah, so these are going to go in here. Whoop. Not the easiest thing to do live and with one hand upside down.
No, I get it's okay.
But they're going in there. You're going to get it.
They're all the same size except for the wing. So everything is the same size screw except for the wing.
No, this is awesome, guys.
Wesley, I can't wait to fly this thing.
Me neither. It's going to be awesome, man. And the cockpit detail's really good, too. Here, let me pop this out of here since we're looking.
All right, I'm back over the top. There we go.
Right. You guys see that? It's a little dirty. It's got some water on it somewhere. I need to clean it off, but...
Man, is there a bunch of plastic in there to keep it from gatoring too?
Man, it looks like this one's actually finished in plastic. You're right. This whole piece back here is plastic. Behind the pilot, that's all plastic in there.
That's brilliant because that'd be the first thing to make it look like a toy.
And it also looks like the instrument panel's plastic and the side pieces around the pilot itself are plastic, just not the little floorboard part.
We're going on that. Let's go headshot now, real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, that looked really good. So, Michael Roshka wants to know how the gear look. Well, we're not quite there, but they look pretty good from what we can see so far.
We'll be looking at that soon enough.
Big metal trunnion retracts and stuff looks really good to me.
Yep, they are suspension retracts on this one, if I remember correctly.
That's right. Stock out of the box on a 70mm.
It's set up right, guys. I didn't show you that. But there's the carbon spar too. Main wing spar.
Dave,
is there a tail spar too?
Hey, no, that's the only one there is. There's not one for the tail because of the way it's configured. Right,
because of the way it is. And there it is again, guys. There's the other one. So there's that. And the clear pieces, aren't these hinges, Ryan, if I remember correctly? These are replacement hinges.
Yeah, I've never needed them in my whole life.
No. And then anytime I have actually like knocked an elevator off or whatever on these, I've always gone and done the old style ones that are kind of like a fabric. You stick them in and CA them, and those never let go.
You know what I like? I like those Dubro ones that are flat and they have a hinge pin in them.
Yeah, I'm sure that'd be good.
They would use them for wood a lot because they got like screw holes in them. But I would just cut a slit and then use them. And like, oh man, that looks so good. Give us a shot of the landing gear area, even though they're retracted, just to let everybody.
You going from the top or the
Hey,
front?
Yeah, that looks good. Now let's go from the top and see what we get.
All right.
Can you flip it belly up?
How's that?
That's a great shot of the mains with the metal trunnion retracts, and then the nose gears like a trailing link. You know what the thing is about the F-35 and the F-22, you may not like how they look, but if you ever get a chance to fly one, you'll be in love because these things have the widest flight envelope about anything. Look at the fuselage on this thing. If you've been flying, oh yeah, it's the whole thing is a lifting body. If you've been flying an F-86, it's like a warbird. Right. But you fly one of these F-35s or an F-22, and you can really put the nose up, slow it down, and thrust it around. It's so much fun. Back to the headshot, Wes.
Yeah, I mean, just out of the box, the foam finish on this airplane is just blowing me away. I mean, there's a lot of details. For a 70-millimeter plane, I mean, there's a ton of details packed into this little guy. And the paint, I just can't get over it. You know, I was talking about, I've got the little F-86 Crusader, and it's like $100 plane, and the paint job on that is just phenomenal. These new airplanes that Motion is releasing right now are just crazy, crazy good value for the money.
And I know they've been working on the paint for you know, really a long time just to keep perfecting it and how well it gets. By the way, I'm still over here, guys, narrating, but you know, Wesley's doing a great job over there, and that's really what we want to see. So back on him.
Right. We're popping back and forth. It's kind of a fun thing tonight. You know, we had this kind of idea a few weeks back. We said we were both getting our F-35s at the same time, and this would be a real fun time to get us back on the show.
Oh man, so good because you know we did this. We tried to do one of these the other day before you had geared up, and it was, you know, it was a nice try, but it didn't work out. I've got a question for you, Wesley.
Yeah.
And by the way, all you guys who are ordering one now because you're getting to see it up close and personal, tell them who sent you.
Yeah, definitely.
Pilot Ryan and Wes and Mary Boozers.
Because we'd love to be able to do this again, guys. I mean, this has been just an awesome experience.
We've been pumped about this all week. So RC Safari, Chloe's question is this, Wesley. I'm ordering it now. What spare parts would you recommend that I purchase now to have on the shelf just in case? You know what, man? I think you can always probably have a nose
extra set of nose gear too.
Nose cone and probably nose gears.
Because if you ever have a bad approach and you really dig this in, I could see that being the first thing you would ever tear up on this plane.
Never that idea to have some landing gear because what happens is if you wait, they might be out of stock by the time you need some.
Right. And you may not need one for a year, but when you do a year later, then, oh, everybody else has needed one right now, and you don't have it. And if anything's going to go bad on the gear on this, I would see it being a nose wheel, just because it's a tricycle gear, and you hit a bump, you hit a staple on a Geotex runway, whatever, and it takes the gear out, you know. Things happen. And if I were to recommend any extra part, nose cone. Because you have a hard landing, the nose cones normally pop off on a really hard landing on any of these jets, and then you get some scuffs and stuff, and nobody wants that. Want a perfect airplane.
And Jeff in Lower Alabama says it's easy to pop the little C-clips off the wheels, but the thing about these wheels, and I may be wrong, but usually Free Wing does them differently. So they'll have basically an axle.
Yeah, it's got it on here.
With a nail head on one side, right? And then a flat spot in the strut.
So if you give me a top shot, maybe I can show what he's talking about.
All right, here we go.
So normally on the free wings like this one, I could see it. There's actually an Allen key right in here.
Yep.
On the tip of that strut. And if you loosen that off, this whole wheel will come out and you can change everything out.
Yep. Easy peasy. No
Easy
C-clips on those.
Right. I'm getting ready to do the gear on the P-38, and I'm going to be filming a video on changing the wheels to DeBros on there, and I believe that is how they're set up too. So that'll be a good video on that for the guys that are interested on how hard that is to actually change out. But it's usually pretty easy on these free wing ones. The newer ones, they're all set up like that I've seen.
What are you putting on? What'd you say you're putting on, Robarts?
I think they're DeBro. I don't know. They're right there, Lori. Pick them up. The low bounce DeBro, I thought is what they're called.
That's probably DeBro then. Robart have it where you can hide some of the hardware. Let's see what you got.
Ta-da!
Oh yeah.
The internet.
Yep, you can't hide the hardware in those, but that's okay.
But they're good tires.
No, they are. I did a video on the Robarts for a couple planes.
Right.
Those are sweet because you can hide some of the hardware, you know.
Side note, the Boozers also got a new camera. You want to see it real quick? It's hilarious.
I do want to see it, and hey, listen, I want you to talk to the people while I go to the bathroom.
All right, yeah, check it out, guys. This is our new camera rig.
Dude, you look like Captain Mike with that.
We went pretty crazy on it, so just get ready. In the next few weeks, we're going to have some pretty awesome flight videos now. Lori just is blown away with the way this thing films, and I hope this week's video is going to be awesome, and it was all shot on our new camera. We got another new microphone. So it's getting crazy, guys. You know, we've really invested a lot into making sure that the channel is up to par to where I want to be. You know, I wanted to make sure before we went whole hog on the thing that we really enjoyed doing this, and it was something we wanted to pursue. And now we're 6 months in, and we've kind of gone a lot crazier with our video quality and the equipment we have. We hope you can hear us good now. I know that was one of our biggest things in the beginning is we had a lot of problems getting the sound to sound right. And all it took was money and finding the right microphones, but we've got it now. And I'm really excited for you guys to see this week's video because it's going to be a good one. And I'm really excited to get this plane up and fly it. Lori, are you still in the chat to where if anybody has a question, they could ask also? Awesome. So Lori's also monitoring the chat right now, guys. I can't see it, but if you do have a question for the Boozers right now, be sure to ask, and Lori can always tell me if you got something. On the airplane, I'm going to start putting it together here in just a few minutes. I've got to kind of skim through the manual, make sure there's nothing crazy, but I think I can go on and start. Well, I'm not going to put the wing spar in yet. We'll put the tail on first. But anyway, guys, is there any other shots you want to see of this plane? Looks great. It's kind of cool too. Is it on both sides? Yeah, look at the flags they put down the side of this all here. I mean, there's a lot more detail on this new version versus the older version of this airplane. And then I don't know if you can see it. There's actually an air brake here, but it's non-functioning. But they did paint it really nice to where it looks good. Got the no step on it. There's not really any overspray that I see. They've done a light gray around all this, if you can see it. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful airplane. Oh, did anybody want to see the inside of the battery bay? I know I don't have control of the camera right now. Lori says we actually have a question.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back. Never mind.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Top shot of the battery bay. No. Right. Yeah. Right. No glue, just screws.
Right. Ta-da. You guys seeing that good?
Can you guys see the battery bay? That looks pretty good. And if you want to see the plane assembled, poof, there's mine right there, assembled on the bench.
Oh.
Wesley, camera's on me right now.
Yeah, I think we lost some video over here. Hang on 1 second.
I still got
You can still hear us on this one, Lori, if you want to come over here and check it. Sorry, Ryan, we're having some technical difficulties. We lost you on the computer. If you can re-add us.
Hey, that's cool, man. Look I'm gonna bring it on me for a minute, Wesley.
All right, this one's got Mike again.
All right, check it out. All right, guys, look at. Hey, while they're
Hey, Ryan, real quick, if you can re-add our computer, we got kicked out. We're in the middle of a thunderstorm, and it may let us back in that way.
okay,
I had to go back over to the low-tech mic over here because our big mic is kicked off for a second.
okay, so I'm gonna re-invite you on your original email.
Yes.
Is that what you
Sorry,
need?
guys, for that. We, like I warned you, we're having a big thunderstorm here right now. Can everybody still hear us?
Just a little bit. It's tough, but we're gonna get you back.
I'm going to turn this up a little bit. I'm going to turn the volume up right here so I can hear. Oh, never mind. We're back by the sound of it. Let me get this back on. All right. Are we back?
Yeah, we're back with an
Hey.
over-the-top shot, and I got your headshot right now, Wesley. How you doing?
All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, we've got some crazy storms going around us right now. They just came out of nowhere. One of the beauties of living in Central Florida.
Absolutely. And hey, while you're back, I'm going to show everybody the fully assembled version right here.
All right, yeah, take it over.
And I have a comment about a wobbly nose gear on the F-35, but I mean, guys, there's going to be play in these things. They're models. I mean, I hate to say that stuff, but it's like, think about all the working parts that are going on to have this kind of suspension, and you're gonna have a little bit of
play. I haven't seen one yet that doesn't have a little bit of play.
Exactly. And let's see if I can. I'm gonna make it where.
See if you can lift it up and show everybody it. Yeah,
Yeah,
give them a tour of it all put together.
Yeah, let me do that. I'm sorry. Let me do that. I'm back. So.
Are we back on me?
All right. Time is running out. You guys quit acting like we're infomercial dudes. Serious.
For only blah, 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 you can have your own F-35.
You guys wanted to see I'm going to click it off so it stays on me for a minute.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
You guys want to see the landing gear. Here we go. And they're retracted. They're down. So we have a trailing link right here on the front, and there's no circlips, which is nice. And if you're not totally satisfied, you can get your money back. You guys are killing us. You always got to, look at they're airplanes with a lot of working parts. You're responsible to do what your due diligence when it comes to foam tack and this and that. And if you don't like how something is, you can always model a little bit and make it take some of the play out if you'd like.
Right. Definitely. I'm going to get started on putting mine together while you're showing theirs.
Yeah, man. Dude wants me to show what's under the hood. I'm not going to take the battery or I'm not going to take that cover off. I don't think. I don't have anything to set it on right now. My stands and stuff are outside, but yeah, guys, this is the fully assembled model. It looks, even the bottom looks fantastic. And you know what? I like showing off the suspension. I really feel like it's going to be a great flying plane and a good lander. So for giggles, I'm going to show you the battery bay with a battery in it. So it's pretty bright, I know, but I have that's my RC Jetworks 4000, right? And I love, it feels like it might be just a little bit aft on the CG with this, but I just love that a 70 millimeter EDF can take a wide range of batteries. And I love that because some of the other 70 millimeters, I really enjoy them, but you're pretty confined to a small size. Chloe said, make sure I don't reverse my ailerons on this one. Thank you, Chloe. I will make sure that I don't. And I probably, by the way, there's room to move the battery even more forward. What's kind of nice is where the wood meets the foam on this one. And Wesley, I might have you show that since yours is open, but where the wood meets the foam and the battery tray on this one, there's not a step. So you could actually continue to move the battery forward if you wanted to.
Are we
totally
talking right here?
Let me show. I'm going to click over to you because can you show that?
You're talking about you wanted to move it right here, this little step here?
I'm above you. I got
Right.
the overhead shot, and where the wood meets the forward end of the foam,
Right.
it's basically
Flat.
Yep, even level. So you've got some
To about right here.
Yep. So the step is up there another couple inches, really. I don't know what that does to the canopy or whatever, but sometimes you have to model a little bit. But I think a 4,000.
Actually, the canopy's carved out already to that same spot. If you look at it,
fantastic.
So the canopy actually goes to that spot too. So there's actually a perfect square in there. If you can see that,
I can. That's fantastic, dude. So I love that a 70 millimeter jet can take 4,000 to 5,000 size batteries, and I'm back on me. And I just think that's cool. So that's it, guys. What a surprise. And there's a lot of
Ryan,
other
we
little...
lost you again. If you can add us back in.
I think I lost you again. Did I lose you?
Yeah, it's on our side.
It's on our side tonight with the thunderstorms going through right now, guys. I don't know what's going on.
Can't have the boozers got technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
you can't have the boozers on without a technical problem.
Yeah, right.
Right. We always have to have something go wrong in the middle of these.
So, man, I'm catching up a little bit on comments. But, yeah, guys, this thing looks good. We're super pumped. Randy dropped a link to the plane. If you go get it from Motion RC because you were inspired, like, tell them where you saw it. It is a nice-looking bird. And you know what? I got so much in the queue that I wasn't really in the market for getting another one right now. I got things I want to get done. I got some other stuff that's on the way and things like that. But guys started getting their shipping notifications on this one, and I couldn't handle myself. So I had to do it. I'm going to invite you one more time. I'm going to invite you again, okay? See if we can't pick you back up. We got you on one of your – guys, we got so much going on here. I've got Wesley on 3 different emails trying to bring you this show. Lori's doing some monitoring, and then we have 2 camera shots for Wesley over there. Bill Shepard asked me a question that's very hard to answer.
Are you still in it over there on yours?
The invitation should be coming your way, guys.
Oh, there it is.
Bill Shepard asked me if Futura version 2 or this F-35. Holy smokes. That is a very tough question, and it's hard to compare those two. Hangar 51, no, it does not have slats. A 70 millimeter EDF for under $300 is not going to have any real bells and whistles. I think it's amazing that it's an in-runner with suspension landing gear that retract.
Right. For a 70 millimeter for the price, I mean, it's a good-looking plane.
It really is.
Like I said, it wouldn't be a night with the boozers unless we had some kind of issue, huh?
For real. And I got you on the headshot.
All right, man.
But Mark Dibble, he asked, where should I look for scale ordnance? I think on these planes, the ordnance is hidden within. It doesn't come out until you open the doors. And
stuff. They'd be actually, they have actually modeled them in here. That's actually what, here, let me get this up here where you can see it.
Yep.
This is actually right here. This line and this line, that would open up on the real one, and they're actually hidden inside of both of these compartments.
Is there any on the top too, or no?
I do not believe so, but they might. The gun might be actually this one, and it pops out when they're shooting.
That's kind of what I thought, because it's got an extra little, you know.
You like my cruise-in stand? I want it right here on the pilot lounge. Moon ago now.
I couldn't believe it, actually, that when you won that.
It was pretty funny, yeah. Putting it to good use, right? Now you can't see me. I'm the talking head.
No, you're perfect right there. So Fred tells us that there are pylons that can be mounted on the real F-35 for when stealth isn't a primary mission requirement.
Right. Let's see if I can get this to where my overhead shot is looking there.
Michael Rashka, Ryan, is a 6-channel enough? Yes, it is, because there are no flaps, and I'm actually really excited about being able to use a 6-channel gyro, or I'm sorry, a 6-channel receiver and I can use my flap channel for my gyro because I'm totally going to hobby eagle on this one because I know I'm going to want to fly it slow.
Speaking of hobby eagle, guess what I got for mine? Ta-da!
A3L, baby.
A3L.
That's what I'm putting in mine.
Yep. It's sitting here. It's ready.
It's
So
pumped.
I'm going to ask you real quick because I'm kind of thumbing through the directions. It says to put the rudders on first. You agree? I'm going to start putting this thing together.
You know what? You got to do what makes sense for you. You're not going to hurt yourself either way if you break protocol.
The good news is this one screws together, guys, so you don't have to worry about gluing something wrong and then not being able to fix it later.
You know what else? This is my best kept secret in the world, too. You know what's cool about a plane you don't have to glue anything on?
What's that?
Keep the box. If you don't like it, someone will
You can
buy
sell it. That's right. You can box it back up on one of these.
Easily.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that to where you can actually see what's going on here.
Hey, I'll go Top Shot. You going to screw the rudders on?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go Top Shot. Let's watch him build this baby. You're going to have to flip it over, though. They come in from the bottom, Broseph.
Well, they're both plugged in and in. Let's see. Do you screw?
They're all the same size except for the wing. You guys want to watch Wesley build this baby? Dude, we're an hour and a half right now. Are you talking? I think I lost you again, boozers.
Yeah, we lost it again. Sorry.
That's okay, Lori. I'm picking you up somehow. Maybe put whatever you're on, put it by Wes.
Here, I'll put my camera over him. I'll just hold it.
There you go. We're going lo-fi now.
What happens if you set it on the table, Lori?
I'm not sure. I'm using my phone.
Right.
Let's see.
Like I said,
How's that?
It wouldn't be a night at the Boozers without some kind of technical difficulties. Grab a screwdriver.
It's not bad. We can still hear Wesley.
We're going through my headset right now, so.
Okay.
Hopefully y'all can hear us good. Lori's wearing the microphone because ours is on the computer, and for some reason, the computer keeps losing signal tonight. Don't know exactly what's going on.
Which is crazy because cell phones are holding strong and they're on Wi-Fi. But you're on the headshot right now, Wesley. It's the best we can do. But that's it, guys. Look at there's holes for it right on the bottom, and that's for the vertical.
Can't hear him.
You're just saying there's holes on the bottom for the vertical.
That don't go there. Are there two different size screws?
All the screws are the same size except for the wing ones.
Oh, okay, the wings. I think I put the wings in the wrong hole.
He put the wing screws in the wrong hole.
That's what she
Dang
said.
Yeah, that's what she said.
There we go.
And hey,
All
hey, look at that right in front of the nozzle. That's plastic. That little bump in front of the nozzle, that's plastic. So you're not going to mess up your plane if you do.
Plastic skid back here too.
Yep, if you do wheelies, you won't mess it up.
I can't get it out. Well, hey, I'm allowed to make some mistakes from time to time too, right?
Sure, man. Absolutely.
Come on, get in the hole.
He can't hear you too well because his headset is connected to his computer.
His knee bone connected to his thigh bone.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we're hanging out watching the Boozers right now.
I need to remagnetize my screwdriver.
That's cool. We're gonna show me. We're gonna show me for a minute.
Perfect.
I want everybody to watch me sneeze. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't wait, man. Honestly, I was gonna fly this thing today, and I was trying to keep it a secret that I already had it built all week long. Because honestly, I could not wait. And Wesley knows this. I built it right away because I just couldn't stand it.
Oh, I can hear you again, Ryan.
Whoa.
Could not stand it. Sneeze in the sleep. Man, I'm in my basement, y'all. I'm not worried about germs. I'm getting told how to sneeze, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Dave Kaliski says you're doing it all wrong. You got the wrong stab on that side. I don't see an elevator control horn.
Man, I'm just getting all kinds of jacked up trying to do this live.
That's hilarious. Let's watch him. Let's go back and watch him screw it up.
Let's build this thing backwards twice and then right ways. You know, guys, it's a lot more difficult to do this on camera than it ever is to do it when you're doing it by yourself.
It's hard to do it on camera, and it's even harder to do it live.
live. Oh man, I can see why you've always kind of shied away from putting them together on the camera. You're in such a hurry because you don't want the dead air while you're trying to kind of think about it.
No, not at all. And even doing edited pieces, you're the camera, and you're always in your own way.
Right, you're in your own way,
or the lights way.
The lights getting covered. All right, does that look better, guys?
Yeah, man.
You could have stopped me before I had it on there.
Hey, we got the top view back. Here we go.
Here we go. Back to that. Let's see if we can make that crash again.
Oh, sounds good again. Oh, this is a good shot of it going in, Wesley. Here we go.
Yeah, maybe.
Act now and it will come pre-assembled.
Right. Come on. Get
These guys can't get over it.
There it is. Did we blow everybody's mind tonight at least? We're really trying hard. And of course,
I hope so.
Right as the show started, of course, a huge thunderstorm moves in. It's just our luck, right?
Absolutely. Well, I was thinking the same thing because it's been not nice here all day as well.
Man, I tell you what, though, it's almost put together already. That's the crazy part about this to me.
Dude, there's nothing to it.
Screw.
Order within the next 30 minutes and we'll throw in 2 frying pans.
Heck yeah. Guys, for real, though, I've almost put this airplane together tonight.
Fred Barron says you completely blew the stab assembly.
I know.
Supplies are limited. Act now. You guys keep throwing them at me. I'll keep saying them.
You know, I'm human just like the next guy. There we go. All right.
Sean Gallagher says he's looking forward to seeing a few of these at Jet Jam. Sean, I'm going to have one for sure.
Flip her over now. Then we put it together all wrong.
Oh, keep going.
Keep going. Here we go. All right.
Look at that.
I'm going to try and slide this on here. I should have done this with it actually upside down. I just thought of that.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. If we turn it back over, we can put the wings on.
Let's go over the top, man. I think over the top might work. If you do the planes right, yes, that one. Yep.
Yep, right here.
Stand by. Our operators are waiting now.
Trying to get it around the mic or the camera stand now.
Dude, that looks great, dude.
Yeah, this is the right wing. I hope. You know, I should put the wings on backwards. Keep this show going the right way.
Oh, yeah, you got to dig out the aileron.
Oh, yep. Hang on here. Is it just sitting right in there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's right there. Hey, Lori. Lori's right there on that other side. Will you grab that servo lead right there for me?
You know what's also good to grab those if you don't have what Wesley has is the control rods. You get that little Z bend and you can kind of grab them sometimes.
Get it? Sweet. There we go.
Time is running out.
All right. Yellow to white. Plug it in the right way. There we go. Slide it back in there.
While supplies last.
Man, that is tight. It's good, though.
Dude, it looks so nice.
And my screws.
I'm just so glad it already came with suspension because I hate
having, yeah.
Dude, because I'm always the guy that will put them on. So you got a perfectly good plane and you got to like rip off those plastic bits to get to the gear.
Man, that was my big thing. Anybody that saw the video last week about the e-flite versus free wing when I did the live last week, the suspension on there, man, that's the only sticking point between those two to me. Now, I will say I flew them both, and they are both great airplanes.
Oh yeah, I still have Mike Kennedy's E-flite F-16. I haven't had a chance to fly yet. You know, I'm going to end up taking it with me to Jet Jam and probably maiden there.
So the one thing I'm going to have to do here in a minute, and I won't do it because we are live on Wi-Fi, is I'll need to fire everything up. I have a servo checker I could technically do it with before I put the control rods on it. But I don't want to take the chance of losing y'all. It's already been shaky enough tonight.
Hey, imagine how fast it would go together if you didn't have to do it twice.
Right. If you didn't have to do it twice and you were paying attention, guys, this would even go faster.
Hey, this is pretty nice having the heat off of me and being able to just look at the comments, man. Wesley's in the kitchen in the fryer, dude. He's getting cooked.
Oh, you know what? At least if everybody's having fun, man, you don't understand.
Hey, I lost you for a second there. I'm back on the cell phone, Wesley. Lori?
I'm fixing.
All right, cool.
Ah, man. Technical difficulties left and right tonight, guys.
Testicle difficulties.
I don't know what's going on with our
left and right. What?
What?
Testicle difficulties.
Left and right.
Left and right.
All right,
Dave,
send
Dave's
invite
RC.
to the computer again.
Dave, what the hell?
I'm trying to get this cord.
You missed a hell of a show, bro.
So
So
pinch it right now is my goal here.
hey, let's go over the top. You ready? Bam. How you like me now?
What I missed? Heard bam.
Bill Shepard says, give Wes a beer.
You need a beer, they said.
Darn
Hey.
right I do.
To Cheech his own.
And now I've lost one of the screws.
He can't hear you again.
Yeah, you'll have to invite my top screen.
No,
again.
I can fix it. Hey, Ryan, go to the face view.
All right, headshot, bam.
Headshot. There we go.
Headshot view. Lori's going to go fix the computer again. It got kicked out. I don't know why our computer keeps losing it, but our phone.
We're building the, hey, here's the deal, Dave. We're like back and forth, rock'em sock'em robots. Like we tricked everybody into an unboxing tonight, but mine was really built the whole time. And we had a great little interview with Bob Bellamy, the contest director for Jet Jam. And I'm going to lose my voice before it's over. I think we might be able to have you back in a minute. All right, over the top.
Back.
Over the top and back.
Over the top. What is up?
All right.
Look how good that looks
Stop right there for now. Because, like I said, I don't want to lose you when I fire up my transmitter to turn all this on, and I've got to put the radio in and everything. But, man, it's put together. It was that easy.
Yep, you just got to do your control rods, which are super simple.
Yeah, I've got 4 control rods to put on, guys, but I'm going to wait until I get a chance to fire up everything to make sure everything's centered before I put them on. But it's put together. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 screws to put the airplane together.
So awesome, bro.
It is. And I just dropped pieces. And doing it live is crazy.
Yeah, you got to have athletic support when you do things like this.
Man, yeah, it was nuts. Now,
I mean moral support.
right.
And then you said, man, after I said athletic support, then you said, man, it was nuts. What's wrong with you, man?
Oh, you know, we're trying to have a good time tonight, at least. I hope everybody is enjoying it. Even
I think
though,
it's,
you know, as
at least
silly
we
as we are. Yeah, we're having a good time, and it's been silly tonight. But, man, there it is. It's together. You know, my control flaps or my control surfaces are kind of moving, but let's see here. We'll give them a good shot. I mean, there it is, how big it is, guys. Ta-da.
That's it. Check it out.
Like I said, I gotta put the full flying stab rods on, but other than that, and put the gear out. But you'll see it, guys. Ryan's got his all the way put together, but I just wanted you to see 12 screws and this plane's together. How awesome of a time is it to be in this hobby?
Dude, I can't believe it. And honestly, like I really like the flight character of the shape of the plane,
Mm-hmm.
but that first one, what I think they were even calling it version 2.
Right.
Can you that last one that was out was, I think it was version 2. So how much of a turd would one have been?
Right. Right.
My gosh.
You know, and it was funny. I got to talking to James when I was at not Jet Jam, Joe Knoll, and he said that this is their best-selling plane they've ever had was the F-35. I guess it's because it's been around forever or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think so. And it was cheap.
It was cheap. It flew good, you know. But this one, man, like I said, I've seen it fly. Have you actually had a chance to fly yours yet?
I haven't, but I mean, because I know what an F-22 does, and because I flew the first F-35, I really feel like as far as character goes, I feel like I know what to expect. But this one's going to be a whole new ball game in the arena of performance.
You are going to be blown away with how fast this airplane is.
That's cool. And I mean, honestly, you know what? Fast is great. But I like rugged durability. And that way that other one was built, it was not that. This one is going to be the bee's knees on that.
Oh, man. And it's a neat airplane because it flies really slow. It flies really fast. It has tons and tons of vertical performance. I mean, like I said, I've seen it fly several times. I saw 2 of them hit each other in midair, and then one bounce off of a tent, and they flew it again about 10 minutes later. So tough it is. The actual demo one you can't tell in their videos, but the bottom of it has a big chunk right here that they had to repaint on it.
Oh yeah,
where this hit the tent. It was so funny. But they flew both of them still at Joe Knoll after that. I mean, they put them together. It's on the video of the Joe Knoll recap from Motion. But
I think I saw it. Yeah. I think I saw it, and
it's a split-second video, but.
Thank you, Dave's RC, so much. It's a tough little plane, and they had it back together. I think like right away, right?
Right, definitely. I walked over there. He already had the Home Depot paints pre-made before the show, just in case. And sure enough, he was sitting over there, Home Depot painting it. He had his foam filler, his hobby foam filler, and he foam fillered it and painted it. James did, and had it flying again.
You know what? And guys who want lights, I mean, it'd be easy to do. And I guarantee you, Jeremy Solt's already working on some, or he'd be able
probably formation lights, if I had to guess. That's the hot thing right now.
Those green things that he's been making.
Yeah, that's kind of been a real hot thing, and the canopy, I'm actually pretty surprised. For as small as airplane it is, the cockpit detail is pretty good in this airplane.
Man, and it's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I love... Really, man, I've been flying a lot of stuff these days. And it's really nice having a 70 that you can put whatever you want in it.
Right. And I plan on trying maybe a 5,000 in mine because I have a lot of 5,000 packs sitting around.
I'm totally going to fly. I will probably maiden on a 5,000 or 4,500 before I go light with the 4,000.
Right. I've got some 3700s from Andy now, RC Jetworks batteries. Well, they're roaring tops. Sorry, the dog's trying to get by me right now.
Yeah. And check this out. So after I get my maiden done, which you guys know I like to go nose heavy by default. Once I figure that out, I can't wait to put a 4,000 or something lighter in there and see how stupid slow nose high I can get it. And then you guys want to see this thing in action. Obviously, me and Wes will get it up pretty soon, but obviously there's going to be a bunch of good stuff from the guys at Motion already. And then the pilots who were flying it and taking a spin on it at Joe Knoll. You're on, Wes. Are you there, buddy?
I'm here, but
we lost it again. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Hey, since Dave's RC's in here, I'm going to put it on me till I get you back, Wesley. Dave's RC, man. Had a good time in your chat last night. That was fun popping in. And I don't want to pick on you at all, but I did want to start a conversation tonight a little bit about rates and expo. And I just wanted to say that I think if things are twitchy, I think what happens, and maybe Wesley, you'll agree, or maybe other guys can chime in. I'm still waiting to get Wesley back in here.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Sound good, guys? Everybody can still hear me good?
Yeah, there you are back. So I'm going to roll with this for a minute, and then I'll throw it over to Wesley. Maybe you can debate me or back me up. But
Whoops.
so Deuces Wild RC says triple rates. I think that's fine. I think for me, it gets confusing. Captain Mike always flies triple rates, and he never knows which one is what. So my advice, I fly rates because manuals call out rates. And Wesley and I have talked about this. I feel like, kind of us guys who make videos need to follow the book just so we're a point of reference. I remember being one of the guys that first to fly this stuff in the States. And it would be me, and maybe the other first guys would be like X-Plane guy, Tony Accurso, or John Barnes, Bajora, magazine man. And because I do video and I think I have more of a relationship with the viewer, I would be very mindful of going with the book call outs because I want to be a point of reference. Because that's a level playing field. We're all getting the same manual, right? So, but when I would ask some of these guys what they were doing, they were just like, whatever. And it's like, oh man, I'm trying to figure out I want to know what you think about that plane and how it handles, but I want a baseline for point of reference. So I'm not picking on Dave. I love Dave, but Dave doesn't do rates. And he also talked about some planes being really pitchy and using a lot of expo. And I just think this is a good thing to talk about for the community because a lot of guys seem to chime in and do some of the same thing. And Wesley, you'll know what I'm getting at here in a minute. So basically planes that I know are rock solid. We were talking about being pretty pitchy last night. And I think if they're pitchy, so Dave, really, I hope I don't pissing you off, but if you don't do any rates and you fly 100% all the time, but all you do is expo to make it mellow out, I think why you get pitchy at that point is because by the time the input you're trying to give the plane actually takes effect, it's almost too late in a way. So you get this weird pitchy oscillation where if you guys know what expo is. It's
a curve.
It deadens the sensitivity around neutral. So the more you don't lessen the throw, you just slow down how long it takes to get there. So it's really easy to kind of oversteer, I feel like, and make things feel mushy. And you get in a weird situation where a plane that ought to be locked in is acting kind of pitchy. Am I right? What do you think, Wesley? I'm going to leave you.
I completely agree. And, one of the things I normally do is for my elevator, I usually do not start out at 100% ever unless it's a 3D plane. And I've noticed a couple jets are the same way. They like a lot of throw. But for warbirds, especially, I would never hardly go over 80% throw on most of my warbirds as the high. And then I do at the max 20% expo on anything ever. Normally I'm even 10%. I don't know if you feel the same on that or not.
Yeah. It's so funny too. Like the industry dictates a little bit too. So I remember back in the day, the first time I ever did dual rates was, again, because I felt the responsibility to do so when I got the Park Zone Snorting Bull to write up for a magazine years ago. And it called out Expo and it called out dual rates. And I actually had to learn how to do it to write that article, because when you're writing the article, you want to really do a good job at letting people know what it is to expect and what they're getting. And the hobby does great when we help people get towards success. It's not about being the authority or wonderful. It's about just leveling the playing field so we all have this point of reference where we can at least talk about the stuff. After that, it completely is a personal preference. But the only time I've ever gone over like 30% on anything is if it was a 3D plane and the book called for it. But anytime something called for like 40 or 50% expo on like a 3D plane that I did, I thought they were crazy.
Right.
But I trusted it and I did it. And it was also because the throws were massive. And like Wesley says, like on a Warbird forever, the only planes coming out was this Park Zone stuff. They're using the same servos every time.
Right.
So high rates were always 100% all the way around. Low rates seemed to always be 70% all the way around. And it either didn't say nothing about Expo or it would call out 20 or 25%. This is pre-AS3X. And you guys, if you've been paying attention, you know Horizon wants success for people to stay in the hobby. I mean, it's good for their bottom line. So they recommend these things be docile. So at 70% throw, a guy really, especially on those old servos that didn't throw a whole lot or whatever, a guy couldn't really get in too much trouble. As long as you had a little speed coming in, you weren't going to slam it around and get in too much trouble. So I think that's what's up. And then like with jets, how fast they go, you really don't need a lot of throw for them once they're at speed. But once you're on the ground, you kind of do. And same thing with Warbirds. Like the only time I really have any big rates on a Warbird is if I'm in a crosswind and the 70% stuff isn't enough tail authority for me to do what I want. But I'm also the guy who flies cross control and does crosswind stuff. And maybe because I got to get work done, I've had to learn how to do that stuff. But most of us have better sense than that and wouldn't take these things up in that stuff.
Right. And I've flying some pretty stupid winds too. A lot of guys have seen that on our channel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the running joke at our field that if the wind's down the runway, I'm like, it's time to put everything up because I'm not used to flying in anything but crosswind. I'm going to crash it with the wind down the runway.
I so know that feeling. And so because of that, and actually I remember when I first started really appreciating high rates, because like I said, I would set it up by the book, but I usually always stayed at low rate, especially when we didn't have a runway yet, because you're getting off in a hurry anyhow.
Right,
you don't need a lot of you don't need a lot of rudder stuff. And so I remember actually was flying the FMS Dallas Darling and just killing it here at our home field. But then I took it to Neffy one year and man, I couldn't steer my feet and make it do what I wanted to. So I kept my low rate all the way around on aileron, but jacked up my elevator and my rudder to the high rate because I didn't have any authority. So necessity dictates on this stuff. And if you're flying in crosswind days and you can't get the thing straightened out, you just don't have enough throw, or, sometimes you're flying off grass and you need that extra elevator to help pin it.
Definitely. Yeah. And then, the other thing that's been funny to me lately that I never really have thought about it until I've been flying a lot lately. Rudder, normally I would set my rudder to 100% and forget about it. But I've had issues where on my Corsair, I've been flying the e-flite Corsair a lot. And I used to have a lot of issues with the plane kind of doing this. and then straightening out and I take off. But what I did on that plane is I actually cut the rudder down to 60% throw with 20% expo now, which is funny to me. You know, I have 100% throw that I have on a switch now. So if I'm flying and I want that 100% throw in the rudder up there, it's fine. But for taking off, I've got the lower rudder rate now. And man, I can take that airplane off every time straight as an arrow, no issues, even in a crosswind now. Which I never thought of having it on a rudder, having a dual rate on it, but I've started doing it now, and I actually like it on a lot of my warbirds. You guys that watch our channel, you know that I'm really into warbirds lately. I love the jets too, and they've been great. It's just I've always been a warbird guy, and I'm new to the jet scene and loving them. The thing that's funny to me is, like, I flew the F-16s this weekend. I flew both of them with 100% rate on them over the weekend with the elevator throw, which on a warbird you'd never do that. But on a jet, they're a lot different. Now, that being said, these full flying stabs, I don't think you're going to want 100% throw on for these smaller jets. I don't know yet, 100% yet. Have you looked in the manual to see what the control throws say for the F-35?
Yes, I have. And I have it right here, and I set it up by the book.
And I'm guessing it's not 100% throw on this full flying stab.
You know what? It's hard to tell because the angle on the F-22, but man, the F-35 is considerably smaller, but it's going to make it really easy to pack in the car. So,
oh yeah. And I've seen them both beside each other. The F-22 is definitely bigger.
Let me I set it up by the book, and let me look at the book real quick to remind myself of what it said for the rates.
Did you have any inputs on the rudder part of that too? Did you hear it?
What do you mean?
When I was talking about cutting your rudder throws down, it's helped me a lot on warbirds. You know, a lot of guys leave their warbird rates for their rudder at 100%. I've actually started putting mine lower. You know, a lot of guys don't think of it. I know sometimes the book says, but some guys don't listen to the book 100% of the time, and they don't program a lower rate in the rudder. So on my Corsair, I cut my rudder rate down to like 60% with like 15 or 20% expo. I'd have to look in there again exactly what the expo is. And man, I can take it off straight as an arrow every time now without an issue. And before, I mean, I'd start to take off and I'd get it doing these weird things. And I mean, it was because I was breathing on it and the thing would just start running. But that's actually helped tremendously on a lot of my warbirds for taking them off smoothly.
You know, I think there's no one answer. It depends on the plane.
It depends on the airplane.
It depends on the plane, and it depends on the situation. I mean, when a crosswind's coming at you from, let's say I'm taking off and my crosswind is coming at me from the pilot's left, the thing's already wanting to go left, so you need even more right rudder.
Right.
But when the wind cross is coming from the other way, you need less because it's already trying to do it. So I mean, it's just so much stuff that plays a part. I will tell you this: I'm looking at the rates right now on the F-35. Again, man, I just do what the book says usually, Wes, and
right.
as a baseline. I mean, it's not like religiously where I feel obligated to stick by the book, but it's a definitely good point of reference. And then, I mean, you guys know I'll say it in the video what I've done. Sometimes something might feel anemic on book rates, or it might feel really, you know, like the Mirage, man. I think I tamed that thing down way more than it called for. But so the book calls out millimeters and percentages. I usually am happy to go with percentages, whether I'm flying Futaba or Spectrum, unless I'm nervous about the airplane. And then I'll go with the millimeter call outs and really measure it, you know. But low rates on aileron, 60% for low. Low rate rudder, 80%. High rate elevator, or I'm sorry, low rate elevator, 80%. And then on high rate, it's 80% aileron and then 100% for the tail.
So they are calling for 100% on this. Interesting.
Yeah, but there's also millimeter
call outs. Yeah.
So you're not exactly sure how that jives. Usually it's
You know what might be cool on this one eventually to do? Somebody's going to have to do it probably, but televons, where you take and you do the tail as ailerons and elevator at the same time.
Oh yeah.
I could see that being really cool on this plane.
Yeah,
You'd make your roll rate ballistic with it.
I think it'll happen, and then I also believe you'll probably see guys doing flapperons.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you, people are going to do flapperons. Heck, I'm probably going to do flapperons on this one.
Yeah, I want to see how it goes, but yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, if I do them, I'm going to have to change my receiver, but I like the idea of being able to do a 6-channel receiver and still have a gyro. So
I think I can do it with this Admiral. Not 100% sure, but
what flapperons?
Yeah, flapperons with this Admiral.
You can. It's just the dip switches deal.
Right, definitely.
Tailerons.
We used the Admiral in the F-16, the Freewing F-16 this weekend with the gyro, kind of keeping it all level. You know, it's kind of a neat thing. Not to get too much off of this.
No, it's fine.
To keep it kind of level, when we did the F-16s, I did the E-flite with its gyro and its upgraded retracts. Well, we did the Arctic camo, the newest version of the F-16, and I did the Admiral gyro and the retracts. And it's funny, it came out to $192 for the Freewing and $199 for the E-flite. So I mean, they're almost the same money too. So it's so funny how similar the product is between the two of them to pick between. It's hard.
Yeah, I use the Hobby Eagle A3L on the Freewing stuff, and then I did play with flapperons a little bit on those as well. You don't have to have them. I think if you're flying heavy batteries, you'd be glad you did. But let's see.
You want to do me a favor real quick and try and add the computer back in? We've restarted it. And hopefully we can have our big microphone back again.
Fred, what'd you say? Yeah, exactly. You have to consider that servo range can vary across transmitters. Exactly, because I think Spectrum's high end on servo travel is what, 125? And then it's one of them's 150 and one of them's like 125 between Futaba and Spectrum. So that's exactly why I say what I say, because I feel like I'm happy with the percentages regardless of what radio I'm flying. If I don't feel like I have enough, I'll juice it up. But if I'm nervous about the plane, like the A10, it's big money. I went to the millimeter.
Yep.
The F4 had been all winter. I went by the millimeter. You know what I mean?
Hey, you want to give him a cool shot here, Ryan?
Yeah, what, over the top, bro?
No, here, go to this one that I've got the phone right now. I can come right in here to it.
Dude, yeah, oops.
Let's see here. Look at that, guys. Here you go. Now we can get the real close-up shot here. I mean, it is a beautiful little airplane. You still there, brother?
I am still there, but I'm afraid if I talk, the camera will switch. Roy, so Deuces Wild is leaving. See you later, my man. Reckham Roy's asked me, do I still get nervous? Absolutely, man. But I've done a lot of maidens, and I've had them filmed. So, man, it looks good, bro. I can't wait to get this son of a gun up. I'm going to fly tomorrow. Mike, I get Mike back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get it up.
Y'all can probably see that plastic in there now that we're up here close.
Oh, wow. Yes.
See the plastic detail, guys?
Yeah.
The cockpit that we were talking about earlier. It's got the plastic right in there. And right up on top, it's plastic right there, too.
So fun.
Yeah. Let's see if I can turn it over real quick. Sorry, I'm going to set it down.
No, man. What camera you want?
We'll go back to that same one. I was going to get that close up for the bottom, too. Guys are still sticking around. I know we came in for the plane here.
Let's see. Let me switch you. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Here's the bottom. Here's that part I was talking about, too. And if you can see it where the light's actually hitting it, it's actually transparent, guys. You can actually see all the way through that. Beautiful. It's got, I know this is upside down. I'll try and put it on the stand here so I can show you all the flags and stuff.
Hey, Sean. Yeah, Wesley's not making Jet Jam this year.
No, unfortunately, the boozer's pretty far away and just couldn't make it happen. There's a dog over there too, by the way. And here's those retracts for everybody who's wanting to get that good shot at them.
Nice. It feels really good, you know, when you squish it around.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn it back over real quick.
Yeah, Dave's RC, he's getting out of here. Yeah, man, anytime, bro. And you want to talk more about that? I got you, man. We can do it one-on-one or whatever. But I think, you know, there's a lot of ways to scan a cat. I'm sorry. A lot of ways to skin a cat, but some ways are probably better than others. And you know, when I know a plane should be rock solid, I hate to hear that. So I want the best for you. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm going to put that back down. Go back to just talking to you here. Hopefully I can still see me.
Let's see. I'm back on your headshot, bro.
Ooh, airplane right there.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
All right, Dave's RC. See you later, man. Thanks for coming by late. Better late than never, I guess.
I don't even know what time it is. I've been having such a good time tonight.
It's
Holy cow,
11. It's 11 and my voice is going out.
Party here at the Pilot Lounge. Man, I have had a ball, and I'm so glad we did this. You know the boozer's luck, though. There'd be a thunderstorm rolling through right as we tried to get this Central Florida fun times. Oh, I just can't beat the technology anymore.
No kidding, man. That
So,
would be a CAT scan.
Man, I'm stoked to fly it. I can't wait to get it out this week. You know, I cannot believe we're still living in the age where we can come home, get an airplane out of the mailbox, 12 screws, put the control rods on, and I mean, go flying. This just blows me away because I mean, I got into the hobby with my dad in I was 13. I think it was 1993. And, you know, ARFs had just gotten really good about that time, but you still had to put your gear in the airplane, your motor. You know, electrics back then really were junk. Everybody laughed when you'd bring an electric plane out. And, you know, we were flying in West Texas, so you were lucky to get a day where the wind was blowing less than 20 miles an hour. And those early things like the slow stick and that kind of stuff, they were just junk out there. And, you know, to see where the hobby has come in that short a time. I mean, if you really think about it, that's only been
it's like
20
10
years,
yeah,
10 to 20 years. I mean, in the time of that, to see where it's come from. I mean, if you would have told me when I got older, I'd have been flying foam airplanes instead of balsa, I'd have thought you were crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but these, you could have never got the detail. Okay, for $200 and what did we say this is? $90? I can't remember.
$279.
$279. Go out and try and build a jet back when it was balsa and make all these scale panel lines and painted everything.
You can't do it
for that price with suspension retracts and the motor and everything already in there. I mean, it blows me away that we can actually do this as cheap. And I know a lot of guys out there are going, "Oh, it's foam," but man, foam flies better. It's lighter. Everything's lightly loaded. You know, I love balsa too. I mean, the guys that are in here, I'm sure they saw when I flew the Black Horse model, and I love the balsa planes, but for the price, these foam ones are just awesome. It's hard for me to commit to another balsa plane right now because of how good the foam is.
You get, you know, with foam, you know,
you get a lot of oopses with foam that you would not get away with balsa.
You get a lot of choices too.
A lot of choices too.
A lot of choices, and you can afford them. And most of us are still learning or feel intermediate or don't have a ton of time to devote to building. So to be able to get back in action, if you do screw one up by getting some parts and slap another wing on or whatever, it's great. And
yeah.
It's good for the hobby. It's you know, kind of necessary. Yeah.
Guys are getting into this now that would have never thought about it back when you had to devote, you know, you had to take 2 weeks to build it. Even with an ARF, it
Well, what
wasn't
about
something
early
you put together.
jets? Remember
Right.
the first foamy? I was just talking to Just Wing It the other night about, and he was surprised that I hadn't been flying longer than I've been flying. I mean, I think I started 2008, 2009, and it was just now going to LiPo batteries, and electrics were just now going from gearbox to outrunners.
Oh
All
man,
this was happening right then.
brushed with the gearboxes. Oh my
Yeah,
God, those were
that's
awful.
what it was. And
those were awful.
nickel metal batteries. So when the first jets came that were electric, first of all, I wasn't ready for them anyway.
Right.
Secondly, they were too small. Thirdly, they sounded awful, and they had that coat hanger landing gear stuff.
Right.
And I was just still trying to shake down warbirds that landed on their belly. So, my really, I flew a couple of those 4-cell jets, some of the early jets, and I saw Mike had some of that early stuff, and I just wasn't really interested until the 80 millimeter with retracts and suspension, F-86 and Intruder. Those were my first full house EDFs. And man, coming from my point of view, you can feel like ace of the base. And man, at least the flights were 3 minutes, 2.5, almost 3 minutes back then. The other EDFs just were not reliable because the systems had not been sorted out yet, and they were killing batteries. Nobody had high C batteries, so you're putting some low C thing in there that's just getting puffed.
Oh yeah. Well,
golden age.
About 2007, I had a Banana Hobby F-15. I know guys have seen it. It was back in the day. Blitz RC made it, but it was sold by Banana Hobbies, and this has been a while ago. And man, it was a dog. And I was trying to get back into it. I had just graduated college, and I bought this thing for I think it was like $200 back then. Tried to get back into it, and man, I couldn't see it at the time, and the jets just hadn't quite got there yet. And I don't even know if Motion RC was around then or not, or Horizon Hobby or any of the big dogs now. I think it was still Tower Hobbies was the big one then. And now, funny enough, they're bought by Horizon. And it's funny to see the companies that have changed too. Back in the day, it was what JR was the name brand. And now I think JR doesn't exist anymore, does it? They got bought out too.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. I mean, I remember Horizon Hobby when I was getting started. They had warbirds that looked pretty good, but I thought they were expensive at the time because I was just getting into it. And they were made out of Depron, and the radios were crazy. They were like some weird little 27 megahertz or 72 megahertz. And they were taking nickel metal batteries. Some of these guys will remember that they had a Spitfire, they had a Falk Wolf, and they had Ferocious Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
Were the first good-looking foamies I ever saw. They were completely belly landers.
I have the Park Zone P-51 Gunfighter still in the box. I have it in the box, brand new.
And that was high tech because that one's EPO.
Right.
That one's EPO. It was taking a LiPo battery. What did it come with? A 2200 or a 1300?
So a couple of guys at our field got them and have hopped them up now, put the new Park Zone brushless motors in them. They're running 4S, and they are phenomenal flying little toss and bosses. And this was back before Freewing released their park plane now of the P-51. It almost looks identical, but I don't know, man. I'll have to do a video of that airplane sometime. One of the guys at the field has been flying one for like 6 years now, still flies it every week, and he flies it every week on Saturday and every week on Wednesday. Every time, dude.
You guys will remember the stock gunfighter in a dive. The prop will howl. So cool.
So good. Let me get my non-sponsorship cup out.
Non-sponsorship cup.
My Motion RC cup right now while we're doing the Motion RC.
Yeah, there you go.
I needed a drink. We've been talking like crazy here.
I know, dude. I'm out of drinks. I had coffee and while you're on camera, I've been taking care of the Yingling.
I've seen that. I've seen you running by.
I keep leaving.
But man, I've had a great time tonight.
Yeah, man, me too. And
I'm sorry that we had the technical difficulties. You know, it's funny, guys. We tested this out for an hour straight and never had it lose signal once. And then technology.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we tested it out early in the week, man. And it was all good. No, it worked out today. You know what?
Either way,
you had multiple cameras, so we never really lost you.
Right.
So that was cool. And you know, kind of last minute, I reached out to Bob today because I was like, man, I gotta get him on. So I kind of had two Johnnies on the spot, I feel like, today.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Although this one is a little bit more of a plan. But Just Wing It just dropped a link to a video of his Park Zone gunfighter in action. So cool. So look at, guys, 2 hours, 10 minutes. Any last minute thoughts or questions for me or Wesley? Lay it on me.
I got a question.
I do want to tell you that I made a couple of videos today that are going to be coming out really soon that are really nothing fancy. But one guy was asking me if I would show him where I put my gyro on the F-22. So I showed where I put my gyro on the F-22 and what my gains are. I mean, it's like a 5-minute video. I mean, no big deal. But these are the kind of things, you know, that's I think Wesley and I kind of, that's the work part of it. You know what I mean? I think we're good for answering those kind of questions. And I'm glad to do it. My boy helped me put that video together. And then I had another guy. The Futura version 2 apparently doesn't call out at all what you should do for flaps. So same thing. I did that video as well. Did I lose you, Wesley?
No, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
You're black. It's just me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't.
There should be two screens. Is that one not still on?
There, you're back. You're back. Anyway, guys, I hope you watch those videos and you'll enjoy them. I'm in the middle of trying to sell a house and find a house, and so I haven't been able to get to my build videos, but they're coming. But hopefully, hey, Star Wars. Yeah, I lost. That's so funny.
Oh.
So, yeah, guys, so we're going to wrap it up. Again, any last-minute questions, let me know. I am pretty excited about hitting 5,000 subs pretty soon, but I'm more excited about doing this show for a year. Hopefully from Jet Jam, I'm going to be able to bring you this show live from that event. And I plan on it, you know, coming same time, 9 o'clock Eastern time. People will still be flying out there. So I hope I have signal. If I don't, that'd be the only way I ever missed a show, was if I just don't have a premiere ready and I don't have signal out there, because I'm probably gonna camp out there because I'm too cheap to get a hotel and I don't want to miss any flying.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to mention too, there's been a lot of guys asking if I was going to go to the Jolly Good fly-in, and I am actually planning on going to that in Georgia. So wanted to throw that out there. I won't make it to Jet Jam, but I will be trying to go to that one now.
When is that one?
It's Labor Day, Memorial Day weekend. Is it Labor Day? Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
Man.
I don't know.
I'll have to look up the exact dates.
Yeah, I don't know when that is.
It's on the Motion RC fan media page. It's the very first post right now.
Oh, right on. I'm not on
check
that. Yeah, I think I'm blocked on that.
Well,
page.
I'm sorry. No hard feelings.
I'm just kidding,
everybody.
I don't think I am. I don't know. Hey, Jeff's Custom RC. I'm sorry, man. You should be, Ryan. I missed something, but I appreciate that anyway.
I can't wait
let's
to go
see.
back and watch the comment section after this. I love it every week when we do our live shows. It's one of my favorite things to do is go back and read the comments.
Yeah, I used to do that.
You know, you miss a lot of them when you're doing the show, you know, and you're right here in the middle of it and going back and reading it. I really do want everybody to know. I mean, I'll go back and watch this whole video and sit there and read the comments because I love it.
Yeah,
because I don't get to see them tonight, but I go
that's
back and I
true.
get to watch the show.
Well, you really do miss a lot. I mean, I know I miss a lot too, and I'm able to kind of watch them a little closer tonight in a way because I didn't have to carry the load all together. But
yeah, and I'd love to do this again, guys. I don't know if y'all would be interested again if me and Ryan ever have two of the same airplanes and we can get a good steady signal for once. I'd love to do it again where we do one of these. I had a great time doing it.
I think all we got to do is trade the camera.
What do you mean?
We'll just swap the overhead for the one we're on now.
Right.
And then
either way. Well, the overhead, I don't know why it kept cutting out on this one because I don't know. But yeah, swap them out. Use the bigger camera for the steady shot.
It worked out, man. It worked out. So, Mary Boozer, you got a show tomorrow. What are you doing?
I don't know yet. I like to play it by ear. I have the Avanti S sitting over there. I might do a show on it tomorrow night.
Nice.
I haven't ever had it on the show. I'd like to get that. I've got the brand new L-39 sitting here. It will probably be next week, though. Just because I did this brand new one this week on your show, and I want to do that one its own show next week, probably.
Nice.
So I'm really excited for the L-39.
The camo?
Yeah, the brand new camo.
Dude, I want that one too.
Day it released, it got ordered, so it showed up Friday.
I just got rid of the red, white, and blue one. I didn't really want to, but I got to buy new stuff sometimes.
I understand, man.
But I want, man, I knew, here's the deal. That camo one's been coming for a while, and I knew it. It's finally here.
Yeah, the paint job on this one it's awesome, guys. And I put a picture of it, sneak peek up, but I think that's what we'll do for next week's show. And like I said, I think this week we're going to talk about the Avanti S. I'll probably have this one put together the rest of the way. Might show it a little bit. We'll bounce around. Yeah,
man. Yeah, the Avanti's amazing. I actually really like the red, white, and blue on the L-39 because most jets are gray,
right,
or camo.
I liked the red, white, and blue on that one too, but man, the camo in person is just, man, I love it. If I had to pick between the two right now, I definitely would get the camo.
Yeah.
After seeing them in person.
Yeah, I like the camo. I mean, it's one of the, I get rid of planes a lot that I wish I didn't.
Right.
But I also don't have a warehouse,
I do.
Bill Shepard set on the Futura version 2. That thing is awesome, dude. I can't wait to let everybody see it at Jet Jam. And I'm waiting to get that version 2 A10, but I'm not sure it's going to come in time for Jet Jam. I'm super pumped for it. But
I got to see that new Futura fly. The RC Informer had one out at Joe Knoll, and that plane is awesome. Awesome. Looks like it flies great. The paint job on it, the pictures really don't do it justice versus when you actually see it in person. The paint job on that airplane looks phenomenal. The colors, everything.
Yeah.
Like I said, it doesn't do it justice on camera versus seeing it in real life. That paint job is awesome.
It really is. Honestly, man, I remember.
It's wild.
I've said this, I think, where the red one and the purple one didn't do a damn thing for me.
I didn't care for that purple one or the red one either.
But man, this one, I'm looking at it right now. I like it, man.
Mm-hmm.
It almost reminds you of the Viper a little bit, but it also reminds you of the Avanti. And then it's got the blacked out canopy's kind of mean. And man, when you fly it, that's what, signs the deal. Because I really didn't know what I was going to think about it because it's got big shoes to fill. I mean, for me, I think the Avanti is one of the best flying sport jets ever. But this version 2 Futura, I said it in the video, man. It's neck and neck. I mean, the only thing that Avanti has on this one, I think, is the landing gear if you're going to fly off grass, and a sweet lights package.
You know, I know you're going to disagree with me with this, or maybe not, because I don't know if you've flown it, but I think that F-16 from E-flite is right up there with the Avanti on my books.
As a sport jet?
I'm telling you, man, it is. It'll surprise you when you fly it.
I can't wait.
It has different characteristics in the Avanti. It doesn't land with like zero throttle like that will, but the way it flies in the air, it's a lot lighter than a lot of airplanes right now. And man, I was just in love with it. I flew it. I flew every battery I could in that plane that day. I had my choice out there. Me and Kevin went out, and we had that and the free wing, and we had a bunch of them out there. And like I said, the free wing flies great too. I'm not knocking it, but I'm telling you, there's just something. It's magic. I'm telling you that E-flite F-16. There's a reason it made such a big splash when it came out. That plane is awesome. Did you get one?
I got Mike Kennedy's that I still got to fly. I can't wait to fly it.
I'm telling you, I took it out of the box. I'll tell you right now, I flew 100% rates all the way around. It was a puppy dog with 100% rates. And I tell you to take it out, bind it up, and don't do any rates on that airplane. I left no expo, no nothing on it. Liked it just like that.
I'm sure I set it up like the book.
Well, I'm sure. I'm sorry. I know we got to say the book, but I'm just telling you.
Well, you don't have to.
But I'm telling you, I actually ended up going 100% all the way around, and I moved the battery back all the way in the tray as far as I could on that one. Phenomenal.
What battery?
RC Jetworks. Well, it's the Roaring Top. 3700 is what I had in it. Nice. It'll be in my. Okay, well, I might as well just say our video Wednesday is going to be the F-16s, the Sweet. F-16 showdowns. So.
I can't wait to see what you think of that L-39. So you have stick time on the Avanti at this point?
I do. I've flown the Avanti.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm anxious to see what you think about the L-39. The L-39, it's neat. I mean, there's really, it's a unique shaped jet, and it's got a wing kind of like a Warbird that we're used to, and the lights are just killer. Yeah. You know, lights are cool. I never used to care, but man, I'm spoiled on them now a little bit.
I will agree that the Avanti is right up there with probably #1 jets. And I don't want to make anybody mad. I'm just not a fan of the way it looks.
Yeah.
It's not my plane. And you know, I would rather have a warplane of any type or military. And the F-16 has got the look. I mean, it has the look in the air. I mean, you look out there and everybody goes, "Oh, look at that F-16." You know, it looks good and it flies phenomenal. It's so light. I mean, it's funny how slow that airplane can actually fly. I mean, I was hovering it. The wind was blowing about 10 miles an hour, and I had it hovering, just sitting out there, high alpha hover. I mean, you're going to love it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You're going to have one. I hate to tell you.
Well, that's my fear is like, you know what, Mike Kennedy, I might just have to buy him one, you know?
You might, because I'm telling you, when you fly that one, you're going to go, "Oh yeah, I got to have it."
I already feel like it. I would like to have an F-16, but I don't want the 90.
No, I've got one sitting in a box right over there that's all tore apart. I stole all the parts off of the 90 to make my flex jet look like an F-16.
Yeah. Yeah, that E-flite one, what was first? The E-flite Viper was first, and then like that E-flite F-16 was the first like military jet.
Yeah. I've had both on the channel now, the Viper and it. The Viper's very close to the Avanti, but it's not got the roll rate.
It just doesn't. I mean, the Viper is a great introductory jet, but it doesn't have the substantial feel. I mean, the quality feel on the Avanti, I think, has to beat the E-flite. The E-flite Viper is great.
Oh yeah, it's a great introductory airplane, but the Viper is there. I mean, that's a cool airplane. Gear doors.
Great introductory jet, but man, if you're like a guy that's got some seasoned a little bit, you can be satisfied with the Avanti. And what's great is it's, again, another jet with a huge battery compartment.
Oh yeah.
Take a wide array of batteries. I remember the Stinger 90. You couldn't put anything less than a 5,000 in it because it would just eat the batteries for breakfast.
Yep.
So
no, I flew the Avanti on a 37. I flew it on a 3000, and I flew it on a 5000, all on the same day.
Wow. Yeah. And it can take it. But if you try to do that with the Stinger 90, it would have ate your batteries up. The Stinger 90 had to have a big capacity battery because it was just so hard of a draw. So things are getting more efficient and better. It's just good time.
So
good time.
Lori told me we had a question. I wasn't 100% sure who it was from, but they were asking how it lands without flaps on the e-flite. In the video that I do this week, I did not use flaps on the e-flite. I had flapper-ons programmed on the free wing because it was real easy to do, but I could not find in the manual if it says it's okay to do flapper-ons on AS3X. And I'm always scared about messing with AS3X planes.
I get it. Dude, when we did the free wing 70 millimeter F-16s, I did flapper-ons on them just because I already had the setup from the 90. But when I made the videos for everybody to see, I didn't fly with flapper-ons because, again, I wanted everybody to know what they got. So, I mean, the guy's asking how to slow it down.
It doesn't need them. To answer your question, the F-16 from E-flite does not need this, and neither does the free wing, honestly.
No, just nose up.
Neither one of them really needs it. They both glide really well. They don't have a really bad stall tendency. I mean, they fall out of the air if you get them too slow, but they don't really dip a wing.
Yeah, man. I mean, nose up and push through with throttle. You'll be fine.
I mean, it comes in like this. I mean, the nose is up and it comes in just as nice as can be. You'll see it.
Yeah, it looks like a tube of glue when it's coming down.
Right. It looks like a tube of glue coming in.
Guys, I'm out of here, man.
All right.
It's been 2.5 hours, guys. What a show. We're gonna hit 5,000 before I hit a year. I have a feeling, but stay tuned. I honestly got to do a giveaway at 5,000, and then you probably won't see another one till I hit 10 because I don't like doing them, to be honest with you. Only because it's actually kind of a lot of work. But I think it'll be fun. So we'll do one at 5 and everybody else will do one once a week. And
well, I'm at 693 last time I checked. But hopefully after tonight, maybe we'll hit 700 and we're on to 1,000. Huh?
The irony here is I was a part of a channel that I built from 90 to 27,000 before I handed over the keys. But whatever. Spin the wheel, says Wreckham Royce. John Graham. Hey, good show. Adam Banks. Haven't seen you before. Thanks for coming by. If you're new here, subscribe to both of us, man. The Boozers and me right here. Dennis Farley, you're going to have to catch it on the replay when you schedule a half day off from work. All right.
Right.
Bill Shepard, Craft King, Jeff's Custom RC. I can't wait to watch your last upload, man. That T45 custom paint deal. Check out Jeff's Custom RC. Check out Dave's RC. Awesome. Thumbs this thing up, man, on your way out, unless you hate my guts. If you hate my guts, give it a thumbs down because that helps feed the algorithm as well.
You can tell
me feel really bad about myself. So thank you so much for that. I think if you do a thumbs down, you should have to say why, but whatever. You know where to stick that thumb. We're right, Wesley?
Yeah, definitely. Once again, Ryan, hey, thanks for having me here.
Yeah, say goodbye, Wesley, and then I'm gonna sign off. Say goodbye,
guys,
partner.
Thank y'all so much for having me tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I'll let Ryan kick me out of here. I'm gonna go on and just end mine. All right, man?
All right, man. See you later.
Guys, it's been a real pleasure being here. Thank you so much.
Man, it's been awesome. Wesley, thanks for doing this. It was a cool idea. We were both like just all about like kind of doing this thing together for you all and for ourselves too. I mean, it's a lot of fun and also we just kind of figured it out as we went. There was no way I was going to wait till today to build this thing because I thought I might get a fly today and I didn't want to wait I didn't want to have the thing in a box if I could fly it today. So it worked out really good. I would have waited though if I didn't have Wesley to do the unboxing. So anyway, it worked out pretty good. The build videos at Motion, and you just saw Wesley put it together. There's nothing to it. Can't wait to fly the thing. Be staying tuned to the Pilot Ryan Captain Mike RC YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything for coverage from Jet Jam this year and the trip there and just things that are going on and people we're going to connect with at the event. Bob Bellamy, it was awesome having you here. My voice is about cashed. What a great show. Episode number 44, RC Pilots Lounge. We love you, Hanger Rats, and we're going to roll while I can still talk. So we're out here in 5. Hanger Rats forever. 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. Stick a monkey pants. Hit the bell. Stay tuned. Subscribe to all your buddies. I hope you enjoyed this one. I sure did. See you next time. Stick a monkey pants. See you later, guys.